Happy New Year, ladies and gentlemen! And to start off the year, we're gonna finish what we started, what we ended. We started. I don't know how to go about this. In the end of last year, and we're gonna wrap up the Shadow the Hedgehog commentary with the second part, where we show off the semi-dark, dark, and final story stages. With me once again, there's my two guests. I mean, at this point, they're not really guests; they're my friends. They're more than that. So, hi, say hi.
Wow, it took us until the Shadow the Hedgehog commentary to actually be upgraded to friends, huh, Klaus?
Yeah.
What the hell?
We've only known you for years. Okay.
I could have phrased that better, probably. Oops. Black Doom. Woo.
Ooh, spooky. It's a ghost.
Bitch. What do you say about me?
So, I guess we just talked about this earlier, but I guess we could say, how did y'all's Christmas go? So, you know, we just started the new year.
I mean, my Christmas was pretty good. Like, I can't complain because I got to stay home with my family and watch Christmas movies, and then I just got to like chill and read some of the new comics that I got. So, I mean, yeah, a pretty good Christmas. I can't complain. How was y'all's?
Mine was good. Got some cool gifts. Hang out with family for Christmas. I got a Pokemon puzzle that I did with my mom. Got some nice merch from my favorite series from my dad. And yeah, it was a nice, pleasant time. And then on New Year's Eve, I hang out with my family. Then I went to a party with my friends, and we watched the finale of Stranger Things. Even though I only watched the first season, but but it was still a fun time. Even though again. This is gonna date this commentary so badly, but even though the finale was underwhelming for some people, not to me, no, because again, I only watched the first season, so.
I mean, all these commentaries are always dated by a bit, so it's all cool. It's all fine. As for me, I mean, my Christmas went pretty swell. I got me some games. I got me some Metro Prime 4. And Once Upon a Katamari. Thank you. You know you are. She'll probably join us in the future commentary. Won't say what that is. And yeah, and then New Year's was probably one of the most chill New Year's I've ever had, where it was just in my home and the fireworks were already going before midnight, and yeah, and then that was it. Then I drank some whiskey, joined some VCs, and then went to sleep.
Yay!
What an interesting way to
whiskey.
start the year. Yeah, maybe we could talk about alcoholic beverages, because why not? The Shadow says, "Damn, we could talk about that."
I was gonna comment how this is the only Shadow the Hedgehog course in Sonic Cross Worlds, but okay.
Oh yes, maybe we could talk
that's
about
true.
that. Yeah.
Well, we drink
the
some
music has-
booze. Oh yeah.
Yeah. What do we think Shadow's favorite alcoholic beverage is? That's
You know
the
what?
real question.
I'm gonna be definitely not self-indulgent, but I think he likes sangria.
I mean,
he
I
likes
was gonna
Latinas,
project off my.
Sonic.
Yeah, I was gonna project and say, "Oh, Jack Daniels," but
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna self-project. I'm gonna say that he likes. Okay, it has a specific name, but there's like a type of like vodka you can get that's like coffee flavored, and it has like these
Oh.
like little coffee beans floating in it.
Oh, that's perfect. I
Yeah.
I support that headcanon.
yeah, he eats who eats his coffee beans? What the hell?
Shadow the
I eat
Hedgehog
coffee
does.
beans sometimes. I do too sometimes.
Oh, did they taste good?
Oh yeah, I mean it tastes like coffee, and they're really bitter and they're crunchy, and I like bitter and crunchy things. So there you go.
Wow. All right. I mean, I will say coffee is one of those very interesting things for me, because when I was young, I was very interested in like finding out, especially the two big coffee chains, I'd say, like at-home coffee chains, Nescafé Dolce Gusto and Nespresso. I always liked finding out which coffees they had, because they were all like they had their own little color and stuff like that. But the thing is, when I was a kid, whenever I drank coffee, it was always like decaffeinated with milk. And nowadays, I even have a hard time drinking that, because I'm like, I don't think I really like coffee all that much, unfortunately.
and that's fine. If you don't like it, then don't drink it. I mean, it's definitely not for everyone, because I feel like a lot of people, maybe when they grow up, they're like, oh, I gotta drink coffee because it makes me look like mature and stuff like that. But then, you know, they're the ones that get the coffee with like a gallon of milk and like 20 pumps of syrup or something.
Yeah.
Wait, syrup on coffee and milk?
Yeah, syrup?
Yeah. Oh, syrup, like the flavored
Like-
syrups, like, you know,
okay.
like vanilla syrup or
Okay.
caramel syrup or something.
Gotcha,
yeah.
gotcha.
Not like maple syrup.
Okay.
I mean,
I
you
was
could
thinking
put
like
maple
maple
syrup on
syrup, like in the coffee and milk.
Yeah.
it. Yeah, no. It's like the sugar syrups. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
As a way to sweeten the beverage, I suppose. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, and I was wrong about the vodka thing. Actually, it's called with the coffee beans. It's called an espresso martini. That was my mistake.
There you go.
Yeah, but that's what Shadow would like. Yeah.
Oh wow. And martini, it's very nice for the stomach, you know. But what was I gonna say?
You're talking about coffee.
I prefer coffee, but yeah, no, I still remember, when I was in Japan and when I was in my university, there was like a coffee machine there, which very normal. But I still remember when it snowed for the first time in Akita. And I went to the coffee machine and they had like hot chocolate in there, and I was like, I'm gonna drink that, and it felt so nice while like traversing through the snow and just then going to my dorm and just relaxing. It was such a nice, cozy time, especially after a long ass journey.
Yeah, that sounds very like
Because
picturesque and yeah.
Yeah, because I just come back from a trip to Osaka and Kyoto. And while I ended up really liking that trip, it had some shenanigans in there where me and my friends could not decide where we wanted to go. Like, they said, oh, we don't have a plan. But then I'm like, okay, then let's go to Dotonbori. He's like, we want to go this way because we want to go to this friend. And it's like... But then we managed to make things up, and then it was all chill by the end. But then as we were coming back home, it was snowing. It was snowing in Akita. And I was like, oh my god, this is the first time ever I'm gonna touch snow. And it was like a wonderful feeling. And then we just walked back to the university. It was like an hour walk just to get there. And then it was just nice. And then I just was like, okay, I want to be alone because I'm tired.
Yeah.
But yeah, Digital Circus. I
I
don't
like the
have
Amazing
much
Digital
to-
Circus. I agree.
the amazing
Yes,
Digital
the Amazing
Circus.
Digital Circuit is amazing. I do like it a lot too. Yeah.
I actually haven't seen you talk about it, Klaus. What do you think about it?
Oh no, I was talking about the stage. I haven't actually watched the cartoon yet.
Okay.
I think you like it. I think you like it, Klaus. If you like the
Yeah.
the not dark sense of humor, but like a horror comedy, I guess, in a way. And then
Well,
just having fun
yeah,
with
I
the
like-
animation,
I like
CGI
horror.
animation. I think you'll
They've been
appreciate
getting
the show.
better. They've been getting better with
No,
each
I
episode.
think I'd like it. Yeah, for sure. I'll give it a try. It's just I'm just like, oh, I got to sit down and watch a show, and then I'm always like, I want to be up doing something productive, and it's just hard sometimes to start watching a show, But yeah, I'll get to it eventually.
Yeah, but I also say that you don't have to be so hard on yourself. You don't always have to be productive,
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
You know what they say about
the
assuming.
only stage that's in Sonic Crossworlds from Shadow the Hedgehog, which is so fun that Sonic Racing Crosswords has a level from Shadow the Hedgehog, but not Shadow Generations.
Yeah, it's baffling.
it's like they heard complaints too late. The criticism too late. It was like, okay, fine, we'll add it in the spin-off.
And it's okay. It's
I mean,
funny
I think
because
it's
if you look at the
interesting,
stage, it doesn't look anything like this, and the song is not a remix of Digital Circuit, which is actually one of the more like catchier songs in Shadow the Hedgehog. But I digress. But it's what's funny? Then Crossworlds actually makes another mistake. So in the same way that Shadow Generations didn't include any levels from Shadow the Hedgehog, right? Which kind of feels like a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
If you think about it, Sonic Racing Crossworlds, even though it brought back the Babylon Rogues, it brought back a lot of the Sonic Riders stuff, like we said before. I think it only has one Sonic Riders course, race course.
Yeah.
And it's not even the most iconic
Which
one.
one is that?
Just from what I hear, so
Yeah.
so it's
In
like
general, the stage
it's so
selection
funny
of
in the
that
games
game-
they're using to bring back old stuff from the 2000s, and yet it feels like they don't fully capitalize it in the obvious things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah,
From what
it's a
I've
little
seen-
bit weird.
From what I've seen, the stage selection in Crossworlds is very interesting because some stages are not based off of anything, and then the others are clearly based on the game. It's kind of like I don't want to say wishy-washy, but it's kind of diverse in that way, you know.
Like for
I
example,
mean,
Yeah,
there's
like-
a random classic Sonic stage.
Yeah, classic Sonic. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with them making some original stages, you know, just for the racing game. That's cool. But yeah, it definitely feels from what y'all are saying, because I haven't actually looked at the stage selection myself, because I haven't played it. It just seems like some of the decisions are a little bit random. Like, okay, if Digital Circuit, if the theme isn't even Digital Circuit, then like what music is even playing in the background?
I think it's an original composition, but I don't remember the melody of it. Kind of feels like Sonic
Okay.
Frontiers music in a way, like from the cyberspace.
Oh, alright.
EDM.
A little bit. Again, I'm going off memory, so maybe I'm misremembering. But yeah, it's not this song. I can tell you that much, Klaus.
Yeah.
And it's funny because, for
It was nice
example,
playing it
they have a
with
dinosaur theme stage, and people immediately thought, "Oh, is this like a callback to Sonic and Secret Rings?"
Oh yeah.
So
It felt like it, yeah.
yeah, for example, so that one is like it doesn't feel like it's directly from Sonic and Secret Rings, but it feels inspired by it. Meanwhile, afterwards, then you have Apotos from Sonic Unleashed, and it's legit Apotos from Sonic Unleashed. You know, like in some ones it feels like it's based on specific themes. For example, there's one that's a Halloween themed stage with pumpkins and stuff, and it feels like a combination of Sonic Heroes and Castle with Pumpkin Hill from Sonic Adventure 2. You know, so it's like like a new
Yeah.
original set piece based on these two games. Then there's other ones, for example,
Alright.
like the white space from Shadow the Hedgehog, Shadow Generations, you know. That one, okay, this one's specifically based on this area from this game. So it feels like a
Yeah.
bit not wishy-washy, but kind of like what Ryder was saying. Like, oh, in some cases they want to represent certain games, in other ones they just want to make original compositions with some themes lifted from some games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, there's a Grand Prix that's like the free stages are from the free most recent games: Frontiers, Superstars, and Shadow the Generations.
And it's so
So
funny that
interesting.
Superstars, again, is the only classic Sonic game with a stage. I mean, I'm glad I'm not seeing Green Hill Zone and Chemical Plant for the billionth time. At the same time, it's kind of weird that this is the only classic game that's getting representation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we need a Labyrinth Zone stage.
Rhino, shut up.
Why not?
Mushroom Hill instead of Green Hill.
I approve that.
You know what? I fuck with it.
Yeah. Mushroom Hill would be nice, especially since Mushroom Hill is in the Sonic movie. So it would be funny if they could like maybe
I guess.
reference Sonic movie in a way, as well.
Yeah,
Or-
or see like Dr. Robotnik's like little mushroom coffee machine maker thing gadget going in the background.
That would
and
be
you see a
cute. That'd be a
stone
cute
that looks
detail.
like Agent Stone.
Yeah. What if Ancient Stone appeared? That would fun. That would be funny.
There you go. That's the real Sonic 3. You know what? If we ever get a Sonic movie character, it should be Agent Stone in Sonic Cross Worlds.
Yes. They would probably
yeah.
have to redesign him as to not have likenesses with the actor because I think that would cost a lot. But absolutely, yeah. We've already seen like some redesigns from fans, so make him canon, Sega. Go it.
Yeah, we need our gay Robotnik lover. Come on.
Woohoo!
Sorry, no, the best friends. Sorry, they're totally the best of friends.
best-
History will say they were the best of friends.
Yeah. You know what?
Oh my
you know
god,
what's
they were
funny?
roommates.
Oh my god. They were
Oh my god, they were
roommates.
roommates. You know what's funny? I just came back from watching a video where it was like straight women kiss each other for the first time, and some of them legit wanted to kiss again, and I was like,
It's legit that song. I kissed a girl and I liked it. It felt so wrong. It felt so right. Don't mean I'm in love tonight.
be yourselves, broskies and siskies.
Again, never forget.
That sounds like I'm saying like a ski resort.
Again, never forget. If you
Go
write
ahead,
gay,
please.
if you write gay, it's in rainbow. If you write lesbian, it's in rainbow. But if you say kiss your homies goodnight, it's not rainbow, so it's not gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not gay if you use you
wear socks.
while you sleep. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, yeah, guys, it's only gay if the balls touch.
Shadow, what do you think of this interesting relationship?
Truly
I'm
a Sonic
looking
X
down.
Shadow moment.
I already have a boyfriend, but I also have girlfriends everywhere in Latin America. It's great.
Yeah,
It's
Shadow,
really
he loves
Shadow the
everyone.
Hedgehog.
That's why Shadow is so loved by people all over. That's why he's just like the most popular character because he loves everybody equally. That's so great, you know.
He treats everyone equally. He hates all of us. It doesn't matter what we are.
Damn you all. Can we use this as a segue to like the E3 prototype that was leaked?
Yeah,
online
let's go.
recently? Okay, so if for those who don't know, Shadow the Hedgehog's E3 prototype build was leaked recently, and it contains some lines that were cut in the final game, like "Die, you bastard," or "Is that all you got, punk?" And that is so hilarious.
Yeah.
He doesn't say
and
fuck
also
though.
one badass hedgehog.
Oh yes.
Like okay.
Oh god.
And then that makes him feel like
the
an action hero from the 90s, like, you know, kind of like Duke Nukem, like one badass hedgehog.
Yeah.
When you think about it, this is pretty much just the 2000s equivalent of an action-packed movie.
In a way, yeah. But it's kind of funny because if those lines are to be believed, they were definitely going for a different vibe for Shadow, you know. He feels more confident. It feels more like a little bit like his Sonic Adventure 2 Sonic Heroes counterpart, where he was a lot more cocky, you know?
Which only makes the amnesia plot even more confusing because it's like, wait, what? Unless we
Well,
are to
yeah.
be believed that his personality did not reset with the amnesia.
I'm gonna see. I mean, to be fair, in
Possibly. Or
Heroes, it didn't
maybe-
reset necessarily. Like, as soon as he saw Sonic, the first thing he thought, is that so? Well then, it'll be a date to die for. You know, he immediately
also-
responds to Sonic's cockiness, you know?
Yeah, which makes me wonder, before Shadow 05, how much of Shadow's amnesiac state was Dad's compromise, you know? Because it's clear he didn't know his past, but he knew Sonic, he knew his relationship. So how much memory did he actually lose?
Yeah, it just seems like maybe just like losing like. Well, actually, that is kind of complicated because he still remembers bits of the past, you know, with Maria and all that stuff. It's just like he's just like missing like little chunks in between, but even if he is losing his memory, he can still be confident because that's just who he is.
Yeah.
And then it's also one of those things because he's so uncertain about his past. You know, maybe he's acting super confident, kind of his overcompensation. You know, like fake it till you make it kind of a thing.
Oh yeah.
That is true.
Who knew that Shadow could potentially have some self-esteem issues?
Maybe that's why he keeps saying he's the ultimate life form.
Yeah.
Maybe he's compensating for something. Yeah.
You think he's compensating for something?
Yeah, that's what you said when I showed you my new 3DS XL.
I forgot I said that.
Yeah, because for those of you who don't know, both me and Spring and Klaus, but what model? Actually, Klaus, what model of the 3DS do you have?
I have the original 3DS, but I currently use a new 2DS XL.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Spring has an OG 3DS, while I have
nice.
a new
Yeah.
3DS XL. And when I showed it off to him, he's like, "It's like you're compensating for something, right?" And I was like, "Shut up."
No. It was just like, because it was like he showed me the new 3DS XL, and it's much bigger than mine. So mine's the OG.
Yeah.
I got it in 2012 with Street Fighter 4 3D edition, and I just made the
It's
joke
game, by the
because
way.
mine's bigger. It's like, oh, are you compensating for something?
Oh,
Yeah, it is so much like actually holding them next to each other. It's like crazy how much bigger the XL screens are. But I think that the resolution looks better on the original 3DS screen though.
It's probably because it was built for
Yeah,
that.
like a lot of the games
resolution
were
in
built
mind.
with that resolution
Yeah.
in mind. Like I'm playing Smash 3DS right
Yeah.
now, and the game looks beautiful on the system, even in the OG 3DS. But then you have the opposite problem with games like Hyrule Warriors OG that looks terrible on a regular 3DS.
No, never play that game on the regular 3DS. Never. I wouldn't
Oh,
even
God.
say play it on the new 3DS. Just play it on Switch with the definitive
Yeah,
edition.
yeah.
because
At
it's
this
the
point, yeah,
point-
just go to Switch 4. You have all the content you ever need. I want to get that game. someday.
Yeah.
I want to play a Skull Kid and me in
Me
that, 'cause I
too.
love those two.
I want to play.
You're gonna say
Actually-
Tingle, weren't you?
I don't know.
Tingle. Oh,
You wanna play as
yeah.
Tingle?
You know what? I was thinking of that originally, but now I was like, wait, who do I actually want to play? I'm not
Okay,
sure.
If you go down the roster, okay, we have Link and Zelda. We have Ganondorf with his lion mane, which looks so cool and badass. First things first.
The big air.
Yeah, we have the OC characters. I forgot her name. I think it's Lana, like the green-haired mage. No, the
Lana,
blue-haired
yeah.
mage. Looks like Aqua from Konosuba.
Yes.
We have the villain, which she's a witch, and I think the plot was she like crush on Link. I don't remember. I don't know the plot, but yeah, we have the.
I remember that she was very hot without a mask.
Yep. Then we have the
So we got
characters from the
Girahim
games.
too, right?
What? What? Oh, sorry.
Well, we got Girahim's there too,
Yeah,
right?
Girahim and Fi
Yes.
from Skyward Sword, Zant and Midna from
Zant.
Twilight Princess. Oh, and the bug girl. I forgot her name. The bug girl.
Agatha.
Agatha, she's also
yeah.
playable. From
Yeah.
Majora's Mask, we got Tingle, Skull Kid, and Young Link. From Wind Waker, we have Toon Link, Tetra, I think, and the King. The one who's a ship. Spoiler alert.
Oh, you spoiled Wind Waker, damn you.
I forgot if we have anyone from Ocarina of Time. Do we? Oh, we have the Goron and we have some of the.
Oh, the Ronia.
The Ronia, yeah, we have the Ronia, yeah.
Yeah. Do we have anybody else?
I think. Do we have any? Do we have the princess?
I don't think
What about-
Saria is in the game.
Is Sarah?
No, sorry, Saria's not the game, sadly. I wanted her there, but I know we have the water. You can tell I know a lot about Zelda.
Ruto.
Yeah,
Ruto, yeah.
Ruto. Do we have anyone from?
Oh,
Link
wait.
Between Worlds?
Wait,
Yeah.
there's that girl from Lon Lon Ranch. What was her name?
Malon.
Yeah, Malon. Wait,
Yeah.
I think Syria is there, actually. Wait, did I even find the right picture? Was that one fan made? I don't know. Let's see. Vati. We got Vati from the...
Oh, yeah, Vati. I forgot about that. That's cool.
Not. I wonder what voice he
Is
has.
he?
Because
Wait.
you never was voice acted before, I think.
Yeah.
And then we also have Linkle that was introduced in the 3DS version.
Mm-hmm.
It's very funny. It was I think she was originally like a concept art for like a female Link. People liked it so much that Omega Force did bring her in and kind of made a new story for her where she's like a #1 Link fangirl. It's
That's
just
cute.
funny. Yeah.
And that cutscene, I think, as a reference to Zelda 2, because one of the guys who's talking before she appears looks like the guy who says, "I am Error."
Oh my god. Actually, I really should play Hyrule Warriors one day. God damn.
Yeah, same
I don't
here.
know who knew that we would talk about Zelda in the Shadow the Hedgehog commentary?
We talked about booze and coffee. Are we really that surprised?
I mean, but coffee is the Shadow's favorite food, you know.
The coffee beans.
So there's some sense. I really wonder where that joke came from. Like,
I think it's probably
I know
from,
it came from like
It's from a Q&A, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Q&A.
yeah.
It's one of their Twitter takeover things. Yeah.
Yeah, but I wonder
And then-
why Kirk Fortin says coffee beans.
Either improv or
Is-
just the writer who gave him something to say. Just thought, you know, it's funny. And that's it.
It's the funny, you know.
Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense too, because I mean, think about it. You know, Gerald's up on the arc doing all his research. He's drinking lots of coffee and he's staying up late working on all his experiments. And then he probably made some for Shadow. You know, if Shadow was watching him or something, and Shadow was like, "Yeah, that's good."
Yum yum.
Yeah,
No,
so
I
maybe it's
I
like
just got a crazy
comforting
idea for a
thing
shit
him.
post. Imagine the Wilkins coffee
Oh,
commercials
ooh.
with Shadow
Yeah.
and I don't know who else. Maybe Eggman is like, okay, buddy, what do you think of Wilkins coffee? I never tasted it. Psh. Now you, what do you think?
Maybe
of
Sonic. Why not?
Sonic. I never tasted it. Now what do you think of Wilkins?
Oh my! The Wilkins coffee commercials are like peak Jim Henson, to be honest.
Again, they're so short. They're almost like Vine size, you know, 9 seconds at most, and they're so funny. And they get the punchline.
Yeah.
And again, the reason why he made those is because Jim Henson, I think, never liked coffee. So it's like, what are the things people have to make me do to drink coffee? And so he just make silly slapstick out of those.
It's awesome, and the nuts are beginning to fall.
Strange things happen to people who don't drink Wilkins.
Yes. I would never say this before, but I really do like Wilkins coffee.
Did you call?
Carl. That's amazing. Anyway, Shadow.
I like that phone
Central
that was
City.
that was ripped straight out of the Dreamcast or Sega Saturn.
Yeah. Why were the president's fingers so big?
Just for stylization. I mean, all the Sonic characters' fingers are kind of big if you think about it.
True.
Look at all those
me
black
and
arms.
Look at me and my army of T-posing aliens.
But that's really T-posing.
Close enough. A-posing. There you go.
There you go.
A-posing.
That's better.
Central
Contempt.
Central City is probably one.
It's like a boy just repeating what his father is saying. You have hatred and contempt for these humans. Hatred and contempt for these humans.
It's like the solid snake method.
I must have revenge on those humans.
It's like the solid snake method. The solid snake method. Yeah, it's a good way to start conversations. All right, Central City is probably one of the most interesting stages in the game because it's kind of non-linear in its structure, as in there is no particular goal ring. It's more so you explore either one side or the other and do these objectives. It's easy to get lost, especially with this fucking time limit on your ass, but the reason why my run of this one actually turned out as good as it did is because I looked up a video beforehand. I really did not wanna waste time waste time with this shit.
Yeah, because
I mean, to be fair, no, I totally get it, because there is like one section of the city where to get to it, you have to like destroy a wall or something. And like one time I didn't find it, and I was running around trying to I was like, where's that last damn big bomb, right? And I couldn't find it. So yeah.
Central City. There's a bomb here, but that one is one of the more obvious ones. Ow!
You really are getting hit by the bombs, aren't you?
I'm getting hit by everything in this game.
Why did you skip
Shadow
the rocket?
Because it's faster. Woo!
But yeah, this I think right below the Doom and the Lost Impact, I'd say this is like one of the hardest missions for me. Remember the first time I actually got here, I got a bit nervous because again that time limit. But then I actually did the same when you did, Rhino, and I did a guide for both Hero and Dark, and this was actually the first level I got a star in because I'm not sure if it's from my experience, but it's very easy to get an A rank here. As soon as you know what you're doing, it's easy to make an A rank in this level. It's the very first one I got.
Yeah, I
Just
agree.
do it. Yeah. Not sure if I got an A rank though. I'm actually curious.
Let's see.
The anticipation.
Yeah, well, Rhino get an A rank. But yeah, this one, I do give him props for, I think this is the only mission in the game that you don't go to the gold ring. So it is more unique in that sense. And again, it's very like which zone, which part of the city you want to explore, the left or the right. Because you can immediately see, if you go to the left, you do the Knuckles mission. Or you start with the Knuckles mission, I should say. And then if you go to the right, you do the Black Doom mission. So,
yes,
kind of like it's open in that sense, But at the same time, it's harder because of the time limit. If this didn't have a time limit, it would be much more casual, I want to say.
Yeah. It would be interesting, yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
do
think
wish it had a
definitely
map,
the time limit, yeah, a map would have been good, but the time limit definitely does add to the sense of urgency that like, oh shoot, if we don't actually stop these bombs, the city is going to go up in smoke. Another thing I do like about this level is that it is one of the only levels where having a vehicle is actually useful. Like on this section, you would ideally use a car to cross the toxic sludge. But Rhino just went around him, which is fine too. But yeah,
I actually didn't know you could use a vehicle.
Like, you gotta use a car. Yeah.
Wait, so the car can go over the acid? The green
Yeah,
acid?
it can.
Interesting.
Yep.
You would think that the tires would just like, melt, but sure, game logic.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, acid doesn't melt like a surprising number of things. It's like, wait, Rhino, wait, I forgot. You watched Breaking Bad. Spring, did you watch Breaking Bad?
No, I didn't. But you can say anything, I don't mind.
Oh, okay, Rhino. It's like when, they want to like dissolve that body in acid, right? And
yes.
White's like, okay, go get that, that like plastic rubbery giant container that we can put the acid in, right? And then Jesse's like, that's not going to work. That's bullshit. Let's put it in the bathtub instead. And then, it completely eats through the bathtub, but it won't have eaten through that plastic container. It's kind of like that.
Oh, okay. Maybe we should have said like season 1 spoilers for Breaking Bad. But,
season 1 spoilers. Sorry. Yeah.
Season 1 spoilers for Breaking Bad.
Okay, but I didn't specify the body. We don't know who's body
Yeah.
acid.
But we do know it was Jesse and the main guy who killed him. Or her. Or them.
It was someone. Ooh. Maybe, Spring, I do recommend Breaking Bad. It's a good show.
Yeah,
pretty good show.
Someday I'll watch it.
All right. 11.
Let's see.
Did I get an A rank?
Let's find out.
I mean, you did it pretty fast, so.
Yay, you did
There
it!
you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yay, 4 minutes.
Yeah, I think the Dark Mission is easier than the Hero Mission because it's only 5 bombs. It kind of gives me Sonic Heroes vibes in one of the Chaotix missions. Like the one with the Golden Turtles from Power Plant. Because that one you just need to go around the place and find them, you know? So it's kind of like that.
Yes.
The Knuckles one's a bit harder because, yeah, it's like, what, 30 or 40 mini bombs? And you have to be quick because they will explode, you know, if you're not fast enough.
I did not even try that mission. I just did Dark Mission. That was all she wrote, you know. So look at the textures on the Earth. They look shit.
It looks more like Neptune than Earth.
Yeah. More like Uranus, am I right?
You're seeing the stars. Yeah, because both the Death Egg and the Eclipse Scanning can pierce through the stars. That's universal lang. But you know what's funny? According to Death Battle, Yoshi has also that level of power because he did the same thing with Raven the Crow and Yoshi's Island.
Oh my gosh.
So by that logic, Yoshi is as powerful as the Eclipse Cannon. I love scaling.
Power scaling is so dumb. That's the best word to
No, because
describe
it's like it's funny because it's like this. Character A has this power built. Character B has this power built. But because character A fought character C that performed this multi-level feat, that means character A has that power that character B doesn't. That's how power scaling works.
Maybe that's one of the reasons I didn't get into Dragon Ball. I mean, Dragon Ball also just says nuts to power levels after a while.
No, because here's the thing. People in the house, you can also testify or say I'm saying bullshit. The reason they introduce power levels in the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, but then as soon as you get into the Namek saga, it immediately say, yeah, power levels are bullshit. Doesn't matter. But yet the fandom still uses it to classify the powers of some characters.
Yeah, but like, it really doesn't matter because and like when Frieza's in like his really like big form, he's like his second form or whatever. He's like, okay, I got power over 1 million in this form. Okay, then we know that once he gets to his final form, his power is basically incomprehensible. But it doesn't really matter because all the future villains are going to have a higher power level than whatever Frieza did. But our heroes are going to get proportionally higher power levels anyway. So it all scales proportionally, and only Goku or Gohan or Vegeta or Future Trunks can save the day, and then everybody else, all of our other beloved characters, are just gonna get left behind because they're just way too weak and there's nothing they can do. Sorry Krillin, sorry Tien, you tried your best. Sorry Piccolo.
Damn.
At least Piccolo did get a recent movie where he got a new form alongside Gohan, so at least Piccolo is getting something. Poor Krillin though, he's not gonna get anything.
Yeah. Well, you got a wife and kids.
You know what? That's also cool.
Yeah,
he did.
It's kind of like that meme. It's like Krillin wishes upon the Dragon Balls. It's like, I wish to be the coolest person ever. It's like, and Dragon is like, you're already like the coolest person ever. Everybody loves you, dude.
It's like you got a wife and kids. Your best bud loves you. Goku loves you. You're pretty cool. There's actually an episode in Dragon Ball Super. I'm not sure if it was an actual episode or it was filler. But where Goku and Krillin go train in an island that shows them visions of their older foes. So you see like Raditz, Nappa, Cell, Frieza, Buu, and some others from Dragon Ball. And Krillin is like, gets scared, finding them, but they actually pulls it through when he sees Goku cheer him on. So yeah, Krillin, you're cool.
That sounds nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I'll ever come back to Dragon Ball. Maybe with the OG, but that's a big maybe. Because Dragon Ball... I watched Sekai up until the end of Cell, up until the end of tournaments. So I didn't watch the final chapters, but I watched the episodes before. And it's an anime I respect, but it's also one of those that I'm like, I got kind of bored just watching action scenes over and over again.
Yeah, so, I don't know. I feel like Dragon Ball, it's something it's something that you like need to grow up with. Where
maybe
I feel like a lot of loving it. I don't want to say a lot of loving it is based on nostalgia, but it's just like has to be something that you watch really early on in life, and then it just kind of like sticks with you and stuff. But like I think you would actually like Dragon Ball a lot more than Dragon Ball Z because I mean you like road trip movies, and Dragon Ball basically is kind of like a road trip movie.
Yep.
And I actually do find a lot of the fights to be a little more interesting in Dragon Ball because it is a bit more grounded and based more on real martial arts. Because there's a lot less of the hey, let's just fire ki blasts at people and just like teleport everywhere, right?
Mhm.
And it helps that Goku still is well, he's much weaker than his current iteration, and like his foes are. It makes the fights feel a lot more like grounded because all his foes they're also really powerful martial artists in their own right. And what's awesome is that a lot of his friends they start out kind of just like being enemies and wanting to kill him anyway. So like you
Yeah,
see a lot of the interesting development there with them too.
like Piccolo.
Actually, no, Piccolo's actually an
What I
enemy.
do find interesting is that
Tien,
Yeah, Krill, and
Chaozu.
Yamcha, even Yamcha gets some cool scenes.
Yamcha, yeah, he was a desert bandit, right?
Yep.
Yep, it's a desert bandit.
He has a cool 80s song, 80s style song in the original
Yeah.
Dragon Ball. In the
Yeah, I think I like it.
Yeah, no, I think honestly Klaus is right on the money. I think you'd like Dragon Ball because it's more grounded, it's more down to earth. It still has its silly moments, it still has slapstick anime gag moments, but again, the stakes are lower. It's more like the tournaments are down to earth, and it's not just fight scenes over and over again.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest thing that got me kind of like tuned out from Dragon Ball by the end is that the character moments were very slim and the fight scenes were all there. Like there was an episode where I had never done this before in an anime where I just pretty much skipped forward like scene by scene because I was like this episode is just Goku charging up the spirit bomb, isn't it?
Back in the Namek saga. Yep.
Yeah.
no,
And I'm like, fuck. I was like, fuck this. There's nothing happening here. And I've heard it like the original is worse. And
Yeah,
there's
again,
like 20
right,
episodes.
remember,
I was
you were
gonna
watching
say, be
Kai,
lucky you
you're watching
watched
Kai, which
Kai.
means it was
Yeah.
abridged. So imagine how the original was.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my god, I watched all the original DBZ episodes, and let me tell you, all that stuff against Frieza and the Spirit Bomb and the Frieza episode, it all was like 20 extra episodes of them just like talking, or Frieza saying, the planet's gonna blow up in 5 minutes or whatever, and then there's like 19 more episodes of Frieza saying, we got 5 more minutes left. Goku,
That's where the joke
you gotta
came from.
hurry. It's like, oh.
This planet has
Oh my
5
God.
minutes left. Takes 20 episodes. Those are the longest 5 minutes I've ever seen in my life, Frieza. It reminds me of a joke from the Dragon Ball Z
It kind of-
Abridged where it was like, Goku's like, do you know what a minute is? And he's like, what? 'Cause I don't think you do.
Oh my god, it's like when you're playing a video game and it's like that was just half an hour. That felt way longer than that. Or it reminds me of another joke that is that Johnny said once in a commentary that the next they're saying the next episode is like, will Goku finally beat Frieza? Find out next time with the next episode. Frieza defeated.
Yeah, Frieza defeated.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the hell, man?
Dragon Ball Z is special. I think I
Dragon-
agree with Klaus
yeah.
where it's like if you grew up with it, I think you'll have a special appreciation. Or if you're like me, because I saw it a bit later in life when I was already a teen, which technically means I grew up with it. I guess it also applies here in this context. But it's one of those shows that if you like just action scenes and I think the message behind it. It's really Goku. We always have the joke of like, oh, but can he beat Goku? Can they beat Goku?
Yeah.
It's because Goku really represents the idea of doesn't matter how tough the challenge is, you welcome it and you train for it and then you defeated it. That's the idea of Goku. That's why Goku's so beloved because even though he's not the most endearing, the most deep character there is, he embodies this.
He's
this
kind of
sense
dumb
of,
sometimes.
Sometimes, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he never got an education, right? He was raised by an old man in the mountains alone.
Yeah. So like, it's really this idea of he surpasses all the limits.
That's cool. That's why it's like Latinos love him so much.
Yeah, because it's Latinos. Anyway, everyone loves Goku.
Everybody loves Goku, but yeah, and kind of like to add on to like Goku, inspiring people to just rise up to the challenge and to get stronger and not give up. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I loved it so much. But why I resonated more with Vegeta, with how he kept getting his ass beat too, but he just kept training and never gave up too. And so And like for me, like Dragon Ball Z was so inspirational back then because I was like, oh, I want to train and get big muscles and be strong just like Vegeta too. So and like Dragon Ball Z is so special in the fact that it inspired so many people to start working out in the first place.
Yeah.
Sir, are you all right?
That's great. I love when pieces of media can like inspire people in various ways. I will just comment on this cutscene is that they blew up the entire city, yet everyone managed. Yeah, everyone has been evacuated to the safe zone. It's like any of the weight that this scene was supposed to have is all gone.
The same thing happened in Sonic Adventure 1. The city was all evacuated from the Perfect Chaos attack. These guys work fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, at
It's
least
like-
I will
it's
say
like,
with
yeah,
Sonic.
'cause- Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like, how could they have known even about Chaos showing up? Chaos just showed up, you know. So there's no way they could have gotten them out of the city without any casualties.
What I
so
will
that
say
ends well,
is that
right?
yeah, but I will say with Sonic Adventure, at least it's never said that everybody's been evacuated in the game itself. Nothing is said about it, you know. So at least it's vague. This one they just flat out say it's like
this
everybody's been
This one tells you
evacuated.
in the face. Yeah, no, everyone's safe and sound, guys. Even though we just
It's like-
ripped off Independence Day, no, everyone's safe and sound. Even the president is alive, see?
We must protect the president.
I've actually never
No.
watched Independence Day.
I watched the sequel
Oh.
with a friend because they wanted to watch it. The sequel was stupid.
Oh,
No.
oh no.
What's the sequel called? Independence Days.
I don't remember.
Okay. Gotta update my audio equipment. I've updated my audio equipment.
Now,
Sad
this
reference, that's
this
up.
cutscene is actually interesting now, this one.
I know, Professor. The ultimate life form.
Because in this game, you know, they try to portray, you know, Shadow Robotnik in a positive light compared to Adventure 2. And again, makes
Yes.
sense. This is before, you know, he lost Maria. But I like to think here, and this is my personal interpretation, this, when he says, Shadow, I'm counting on you, I like to think this is the evil Shadow Robotnik, you know? Because we know he tampered with his memories, you know, or he did something with Shadow because he also wanted, you know, the Eclipse Cannon to be fired, you know, and destroy the Earth. I like to think this is still evil Shadow Robotnik talking to him. At this point, you know, this is like the most evil Shadow has been ever since Adventure 2, so it makes sense
Yes.
that maybe he still has that memories of that version of Gerald talking to him. But again, this is just my interpretation.
Never thought about it like that, but it makes sense.
Yeah, no. It's I think that's a cool way of looking at it.
I do like this stage, mainly the song. I think the song is super like melancholic and stuff like that. I think it's really nice. Like you've reached this point. Well, there's
Yeah.
nothing else you can do.
Yeah, like it's not like an action-packed
Um,
song, you know, like oh, no, this is the last straw, let's go, or it's like it's like anxiety-inducing. No, it's just a calmer melody. It's saying, yeah, no, it's over. Like it doesn't matter what happens here, the humans lost.
Yeah, unless
it's
you switch to the
humanity's
hero
last
side.
stand.
No,
of
no,
the
no, no,
last
no.
movie.
Even if you switch to hero side, Shadow just turns on Black Doom and says he's gonna conquer the universe. If you think that's even more evil,
No,
actually.
Yeah, I mean humanity's still finished at this point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I love that.
Thank you, Black
For
Doom.
most of the stage, I'm just driving.
By the way,
Damn
I
it,
mentioned this
that big
like,
nigga's in the
in
way.
the previous part when I was talking about the multiplayer map. What is this blue thing? It's like acid?
This.
It looks like plasma.
Yeah, plasma.
Yeah, I guess.
Because
It's like
again,
electricity. Yeah.
yeah, because like I said, in the multiplayer, there's 3 maps, but 2 of them are just this stage. And one of them is this part of the level, you know, this lower part with the fluid, and this part here in the upper, like this station. And the other one is the one we have like in between the tunnels, I think. So yeah. Also, why isn't
But
this song in
although-
Shadow Generations?
It would be
yeah,
nice. Yeah.
or this level. This would have been a good Shadow Generations level 2.
At least we got the Sky Troops theme, and that's awesome.
Yay, my favorite.
Yeah.
Blue sky, staring at us from afar. Have I seen it before?
What?
Yeah, like I said, every time Shadow goes outside, he just stares at the ground.
This gray ground.
Yeah, I mean, look at.
This gray ground.
No,
Staring at from my
you aren't
position.
just some-
Have I seen it before?
I mean, you aren't the money, Klaus, because a lot of the times in this game, Shadow just looks down for no reason.
That's true. That's a nice floor. That's a Nice floor.
That is nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice floor.
What material is this? But the
Okay, I mean,
interesting
to
thing
be
about
fair
this is, like,
though, yeah.
the interesting thing is that we talked about the blue thing. It does seem like it's powering these great things, but these great things don't shock you, actually. They don't damage you at all. So it's kind of interesting.
Huh.
Yeah, what were you gonna say, Klaus?
Oh, I was gonna say to be like about staring at the floor. I mean, you know, whenever I would eat lunch in the cafeteria at school, I would just stare at the floor too, because like the tiles had very, I mean, it looked like a bunch of like little like pebbles making up a bunch of patterns, right? They're a bunch of colors, and to be fair, I would just stare at the floor and look at all the little patterns and like see how many things I could recognize. And I was like, oh, that pattern looks like a dragon. That one looks like Shadow the Hedgehog. That one looks like 02. So.
Klaus performing the ink block test live.
I used to do the same thing in my house here because we had like a granite floor, and because of the black and white and the gray, you can like see some shapes. And so, oh, that one looks like an elephant. This one looks like a whale. This one looks like the floor has been covered in lava, like in a volcano. This one
Of course, the
looks like a
first thing you'd
ladybug.
say is that it looks like an elephant.
Elephant, yeah.
I mean, did you expect anything?
always sees
Did you expect
elephants.
anything less?
Mammoth.
Mammoth.
Mammoth. Well, you guys are reminding me of when I was in preschool, and most of the time when we were sitting all around and listening to the. I'm not sure if you'd say teacher, or you'd say like educator or something like that. Educator, and I would just look at the floor because the floor just reminded me of the Nickelodeon logo, the old one.
Yeah, the old
What?
one.
Clothes.
Yay.
Yeah. But because it's pretty much my idea was like, I don't care about what he's saying. I'm only like 2 or 3 years old. I'm just gonna look at the floor.
So all three were that child that I was a kid. Gotcha.
Yes.
All of us here were that child.
Just of different ages. Although we're kind of close to the same generation, pretty much when you think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, do you guys want to reveal your years of birth or not?
The 90s,
Or we can just say how old
the late
we are.
90s.
Oh, okay.
I mean, late 90s
Then-
as well, so.
Yeah. I was 2001, so
Early 2000s.
I'm the youngest. Yeah.
I'm the old man.
But I just barely. You're gonna be 30 soon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dinosaur.
shut up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start walking with a cane. And
Back in my day, we had 151 Pokemon.
What? I'm. What did you say? 1,000? What?
There's so much
I,
Pokemon.
yeah, I
I said
can't
that
even
like
keep
I
up
care
with all
about
the Pokemon anymore. Like, I don't even.
Yeah.
Like, I think. Like, I can keep up to Generation 7, but kind of after that, I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
No,
anymore.
I mean, I was
I
doing
mean,
a
also
thing with
representative
my,
of the quality of the
fiancé,
games.
You know, we were talking about, what are the Pokemons we don't have? We have a chameleon Pokemon, and she was like, no, we have Pokemon X, we have this Pokemon from Gen 3. I'm like, I completely forgot that Pokemon was a thing.
Yeah, Kecleon. How could you forget Kecleon? Such an iconic Pokemon featured prominently in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon as the shopkeeper.
See?
Oh my god, you guys are reminding me of that Pro ZD. You guys are reminding me of that Pro ZD clip where it's like, what is Johnson Smith, the owner of Johnson Incorporated? Yeah, that's something.
But to be fair, when it comes to Pokemon at least, every Pokemon is someone's favorite. So that's what's important at the end of the day.
Yes, like Ashwat for me.
That's... Yeah, and Sandslash is my favorite.
Yay.
Sandslash? I need
Sandslash.
CDM.
Yeah,
music again.
Sandslash.
He looks like
Wait, he looks like he's spiky. He's okay. So he's like brown. He's like a tan color, and he has a bunch of like brown spikes on his back. And like if people are making like theme teams in Pokemon, they'll often make Shadow or make Sandslash like as a stand-in for like Sonic, Knuckles, or Shadow.
Yep.
Because he's
I
like a
was about to
spiky hedgehog pangolin creature with like
Yeah.
sharp claws. Yeah.
So your favorite Pokemon is Sandslash because he kind of looks like Shadow. Got it.
So
Yeah.
we didn't have a original
Yeah,
variant of
it's all
him
connected, huh,
when he's
guys?
black and red.
What's your favorite Pokemon, Spring?
I'm not really sure. I think because of Smash, I always liked Lucario. But also because of Smash in the first Pokemon movie, and a little experience I have as a kid where they had like a Nintendo 64, and the older kids were always playing Pokemon Stadium, and their party was just Mewtwo, Raichu, and Pikachu. And I always had memories of seeing Mewtwo being cool and low polygon N64 graphics. But I think my favorite's definitely Feraligatr. No, sorry, no, not Feraligatr, sorry. Totodile. Totodile.
Totodile.
Oh yeah.
You sound like Donald Duck.
That's his voice in the anime. They give him a Donald Duck-like voice for some reason.
But
Exactly.
but
like
you
Rowlet,
saying
though, so I'm
that
not sure.
your
I'll like
friend.
Rowlet, the little owl, grass owl from Gen 7.
Oh, he's cool. Yeah. But you saying that your friends were like their parties were like Mewtwo, Raichu, and Pikachu, only reminds me of that Smash Ultimate Portuguese commercial.
the one I showed
where
you
the characters
before.
that they highlight.
Yeah, the one I showed you
Yeah,
before. That
the
really
ones they
showcases
highlight.
how Nintendo is seen in Portugal. It starts with Mario, Mewtwo, and Pikachu. Those are the 3 characters they highlighted out of the whole roster. Mario, Pikachu, and Mewtwo.
It's a little bit
Amazing.
unbalanced here, but okay.
Like, not Sonic. Sonic is big in Portugal, by the way, but not Sonic. Nothing from Zelda. No, just Mario, Pikachu, and Mewtwo.
No Kirby. Okay.
Amazing. No, I don't think Kirby's super weird here in Portugal because I don't see a whole lot of fans, but a lot of people like how cute he is. That's the
I
thing.
think
Yeah.
people may recognize him from the Game Boy Advance era, but that's about it. Maybe now with the Switch, no, they probably know him more. Maybe because of Smash, probably know him more. But I think I have some friends who remember him from the Game Boy Advance.
Probably
No, I
because it
see.
was also the area that you grew up with. So
Yeah.
makes sense.
Let you go. Not like this.
Diablo is just kind of here.
No,
No, that
this
was
one
you
I will
guys.
say
You
makes
killed
sense because they're both
everyone on it.
talking. This one is okay. Makes sense. They're both of them. This is like the final boss of the evil route, so it makes sense it's
Yeah.
both of them. But again, there's specific cutscenes where Sonic is the only one talking, and the other ones is Diablo is the only one talking. That one I wish you again, like I said last time, you just fought one, not both of them at the same time, to avoid repetition.
Yeah.
You.
Sonic, if you try to stop me, I'll destroy you too.
Oh. No, I'll destroy you.
No, you, Sonic.
No, you. I don't like this boss, to be honest. The idea is neat. You homing attack on Sonic to homing attack to Diablom, but it takes too long.
Yeah, it's the pacing.
And even-
that breaks
Yeah.
this fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because you gotta deal with the annoying shield. But I think once you get to like phase 2, where he's closer to the ground, I don't think it's as bad.
I think it takes longer actually.
Nah, but I still don't like him.
But at least you don't have a shield. That's a good point. I didn't.
Yeah,
last time.
I
You don't
think
have the
it's
shield at
longer.
least.
Yes.
Actually, one thing I noticed, I'm not sure
Uh,
in this fight is, yeah.
I was just gonna say that normally what I like to do is try my best to build off like one of the meteors and then use a gun and just infinite ammo his ass.
Yeah, yeah.
What I was gonna say is something I noticed in the dialogue for Sonic. So this is like the ultimate, like again, the final boss for the evil route. But it's funny because Sonic says, "Oh, let's finish this, Shadow." But if you do the semi-evil path and you do this boss, Sonic actually is more like, "I wish I didn't do this. I wish I didn't have to do this." You know. So it's funny how in the evil pathway, Sonic is more determined to stop Shadow, while in the semi-evil, he still has like reservations because again, this is still Shadow, like an ally. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. It makes you know what? It makes sense considering that we are in the same evil routes. Yeah.
Also, here comes my favorite line from this boss.
There's
Hold still,
some
you
interesting
devil!
writing here and there. Yeah, it's like the I won't spoil it, but it's like the "you'll pay for your insolence" from Xenoblade 1. You know the one, Klaus. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Fuck
that
that boss
fight.
fight.
I had to turn the on the definitive edition. I had to switch the game to easy mode.
Yeah, me too. Because I was not gonna do that again. I was not. And I had like a mutual of mine, mutual friend, on a server I'm in, who was actually playing for the original Xenoblade on emulated on Wii,
Oh.
and stopped around the 60-hour mark. And I'm like, I think I know where you stopped at, and I do not blame you at all. Because that boss just
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know how people beat it on the original. Honestly, I really don't.
For me, I had to use like Amelia and just grind a bit, and hopefully, and just by the skin of my teeth, I beat that boss.
Oof.
Because that's why if Spring, if you ever play Xenoblade 1, it's fine if you want to use casual mode, especially for that boss.
Yeah, that's my main takeaway. Play in casual mode.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say for most of the game is relatively balanced in terms of difficulty. I think it is perfectly fine, but there's just a couple of bosses here and there that I'm like, especially that one. I think that's the worst offender in my opinion. Even the final boss, while it is kind of tricky and has multiple faces, at least it's not that one. At least it's not that one.
Yeah, I didn't think the final boss was that bad, but I remember there was another fight earlier. I think it might have been against Jade Face, but yeah, there's like one other random fight earlier that gave me some trouble. Yeah, but
that one
for the
also
most
gave you
part,
trouble.
the boss fights weren't that bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Spring plays Xenoblade.
Yeah, one day I'll play Xenoblade. I do want to play the original one, definitely. The definitive
Yes.
edition on Switch. And then the
I like
DLC.
to see you play from time to time. Yeah. Because
Not sure if
I
I'll
love
play-
that game.
I'm not sure if I'll play 2, not sure if I'll play 3. I am more leaning on playing X because of the online multiplayer, so I can play with you guys and some other friends. But in terms of, okay, if I had to play
Yes.
one Xenoblade, it's the first one. I want to play the first one. That's where Shulk comes from. I like Shulk. Backslash. Now it's Shulk time.
Yeah.
Backslash!
He's really feeling it.
This is Minato's power.
This is the Monato's power.
Now it's wrong
I'm really
time.
feeling it.
I love that Shulk just stole that line from Ryan
Ryan.
when in Smash. Like
Yeah.
instead of now it's Ryan time, now it's Shulk time.
I like it because it
Yeah, he
means,
stole the line and we
like
can't
they're
even-
buddies. You know, I don't know anything about either Shulk or Ryan. I
Yeah.
just know maybe he's the bro. And like, oh, he's doing his line from
Yeah.
Like he likes him. Like,
Him,
he's
Ryan,
He's a big
and Fiora.
bro fan. Yeah, but he
Yeah,
can't even
him-
be in the final Smash.
Oh,
Now that's sad.
Yeah, him, Ryan, and Fiora are like childhood friends. I think.
Instead we have spoilers. Like Sakurai, why did you add the spoiler? That's one thing I don't get.
Oh,
in Smash
Sakurai,
Wii,
no,
in Smash
he-
Wii U, they didn't have that, but they added specifically the spoiler to Ultimate.
Yeah.
Even then,
yeah,
Smash Wii U,
yeah.
the trophy descriptions suck ass. Do not read
Yeah.
them. Do not.
Thank God I didn't.
You know, it's like no,
Oh.
it's like we can't spoil Pokemon Y, but we can go ahead and spoil Xenoblade Chronicles and Mother 3.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Like, it's this inconsistency that
I'd
makes
be
me
completely fine
fume
with-
when it comes to Smash Brothers.
Yeah. Also, this CGI cutscene is really good. Thank you, Blur Studio. And then
And,
they
you
eventually
know a fun
worked
fact
on.
about this CGI
His name
cutscene?
is like Jeff Fowler's name is.
The fun fact about this cutscene, there's two variants of this cutscene. Depending on where you access this from your routes. I think this one you get if you do, I think... I'm not sure which dark mission. I think if you do the hero mission in Cryptic Castle, you get this variant. And then if you do the dark mission in the prison island, you get the variant where it's, instead of it, like being a reddish sky, it's like in the middle of the day. It's like it's daytime, almost dawn, I say. This cutscene has two
Yeah,
variants.
Yeah.
I think now we're starting the Doom.
Yep.
I don't like the Doom.
I don't like them either.
Fuck the Doom.
I will say it's funny how in this cutscene, Black Doom literally teleports Shadow to an ultimate timeline. Back in time doesn't matter, and it never gets brought up again that Black Doom has these powers until Shadow Generations when he goes all full Doctor Strange.
It's so interesting. Like, if Black Doom has these powers, why doesn't he just like, fuck like humans up by just sending them back in time and just ruining the world or something like that?
Yeah, that's too much work. He has to he wants Shadow to do it all for him.
He's
Yeah, like
lazy.
he was promised a vessel. No, he was promised a vessel. A knight, someone to do his bidding. So he might as well get it.
Yep. But yeah, I was just saying before, Jeff Fowler, the director of the Sonic Sonic movies. His name is literally in the credits because he worked at the Blue Studio to do those CGI cutscenes. They still hold up really well to this day. Probably the best looking thing about this game, to be honest.
Yeah, agree.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's why I watch the intro of the game every time I boot it up.
Same.
'Cause it's
I
so
don't care if that
Yeah.
intro is too corny, too edgy. I like that intro a lot. It's just fun to see Shadow being a badass
it.
and seeing all the other characters.
Sure.
I will admit I do not rewatch the intro every time I boot up the game because whenever I play the game, whenever I played the game, I just want to start recording the next section. But I will say the intro is good. It's well made. It's just that and the song is so good. Can you see all of me?
Okay, to
Yeah.
my
Into my
misery,
mysteries.
step inside and hold on to dear life.
I am noticing that you guys are coming in with a little bit of a delay for me. That's interesting.
For me, that's you coming into me with a
Oh.
delay.
Uh-oh.
For me, I'm just trying to wait a little bit longer until I'm sure you guys are done talking, so I don't accidentally interrupt.
That's fine. Say all you want. Say that Sonic Colors is the worst game ever.
I don't. Yeah. Okay. So Sonic Colors, I wish I could have liked Sonic Colors when I first played it on the Wii. Like I didn't beat it right away. I played up until about the Wisp coaster level or whatever it was, and then I put the game down for like a year because I didn't like the Wisp powers. I didn't like the forced in 2D sections, and this is also at the point where I didn't realize Sonic's voice was gonna change. And I wasn't a fan of Roger Craig's Sonic and Sonic Colors. I mean, I like him now. I like him now as Sonic a lot. But like when I first heard it, I was just like, oh, I didn't know Sonic was getting a new voice, and it was really jarring for me. And so I couldn't. So I didn't beat Sonic Colors for a long time. And then when I did beat it, I was like, well, it was okay. I would never want to go back to it. So.
Oh, you ended up beating it. Okay.
Oh yeah, I did beat it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I did think that you didn't actually beat it, but it seems like you did. Okay. So
Yeah, no, I
how about
did.
you join us for the Sonic Colors commentary whenever that happens in the year 2027?
I won't have. If I do join, I won't have anything positive to say.
Hey, we could be. It's kind of like Shadow the Hedgehog. I don't have any much positive to say about Shadow, but it does lead to a very interesting conversation. I do
Well, if you
wonder
think about
if
it,
Klaus.
it's a yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you think about it,
Go
it's like a reflection of the game itself. You know, since I love the game, I'm the hero route. You know, Spring's the neutral route, and you're the dark route, Rhino. Since you don't like it.
So what you're saying, Klaus, I will karate chop Eggman. Okay.
I am blowing up the White House. Yeah.
You know, Klaus, I have
By the way,
a
can you
solution
see
for
what's
you.
hap-
I have a solution for you when it comes to Sonic Colors. You wanna know what it is?
Play
Play Sonic Colors DS.
Yeah, I do like the
I didn't
Rush
play that
games, so I
eventually.
probably would like that.
Yeah. It's very similar to that. From what I've seen.
It's the unofficial Sonic
Yeah, and
Rush
plus
free,
we got
pretty much.
Plus, we got the other characters showing up. Yay! They're characters that
Yeah.
exist other than Sonic and Tails and Eggman.
Yay!
Sonic Colors is such an interesting game to look back on because it was like such a big tonal shift from the last one. Like we understand why, but it's like holy shit.
Yep.
Which, to be fair, is probably what the Sonic team needed at the time. Because, to be fair, when Sonic Colors came out, it was really well received. It was probably one of the better, well-received Sonic games at that time. You know, maybe because again, maybe they were getting too ambitious with the story and the gameplay was not backing it up. So maybe, you know, cut down the story. I think the problem is not really the story that's simple. It's just really, I think, the dialogue. Nowadays, especially since because we've seen the worst of it, you know, with Sonic Boom, with Sonic Lost World, and to a lesser extent, Sonic Forces. Because Sonic Forces tried to go back to the 2000s era and failed miserably, but they tried. So like maybe at the time Sonic Colors was what Sonic Team needed, but then it looks like they got the wrong things that worked in Sonic Colors when they did Lost World and Forces, which is kind of sad.
Yeah, they learned the wrong things from the right solutions.
Yep. Not say
much
Sonic
what
Colors was a
happened.
perfect
And that's
solution.
unfortunate.
You know, we had like forced 2D sections, that were imbalanced with the 3D. I still think the Wisps, even though they're
Yes.
not as mandatory as they are in other games, they still feel a bit mandatory. Like, I never understood when people say, oh, the Wisps
Yeah.
are not mandatory like previous gimmicks. I'm like, yes, they are.
They are. They are. Even if when they aren't, they really coach you into using them. You know.
Yeah.
It just feels better to use them than to not use them. You know.
For sure.
Spin.
Spin.
Beam.
So yeah, I do like Sonic Colors, but Sonic Colors DS is the best game. And no, I'm not saying this because I played Sonic Colors DS before the Wii version. No, I legit think Sonic Colors DS is a better game.
I need to try it. I need. I like. You know what I'm thinking about this year? I'm thinking of potentially just playing more handheld Sonic games because there's a lot of them I still haven't played. You know?
Same.
Like I've played the Advanced Trilogy, but I have not played Rush or Rush Adventure. I have not played like a lot of the Game Gear games. I have not played. I have played Generations 3DS, but I have not played Lost World 3DS. Although, do I
you-
really want to?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you really want to play Sonic the Lost World 3DS?
Yeah.
No. Unless I just am bored.
I've heard Sonic Boom Fire and Ice is really good on 3DS. You know, for Sonic Boom.
Yeah. Yeah, but when it comes to Sonic Boom, I'm starting with Rise of Lyric.
But you know what, Ryan,
Oh,
there's one
golly,
game on the
okay.
handheld that you have to play, and Klaus will agree. You know what it is?
What is it?
Sonic Chronicles: The Dark
come on,
Brotherhood,
please.
baby!
Yeah, baby.
Oh. So
I got. Fuck this. I agree, 100%.
Yeah, I
And
get lost a lot too.
you saw the timer. I was like at 7 minutes, and now I'm at 10.
Jesus, almost 11. Yeah,
Fuck.
this level sucks.
Jeez. Yeah,
So
and like the
I
maps
was
that the
so
game
lost.
provides you with on the site, the maps don't help at all, really.
Like I don't know where I am. It's like, oh, what is this supposed to help me, huh?
It's the same.
Like fuck this. And I was like, wait, this crack. This could help me. But talking about the Sonic Chronicles thing, I know you're saying this is a joke, but me, the guy who just made a Final Fantasy VII review, the guy who just said that I like that game a lot, but its gameplay formula is not to my taste, and you're telling me that I should play a shitty Sonic turn-based RPG?
Did I stutter?
Well, to be fair though, I think it's kind of like yeah, it is turn-based, but it's also kind of more like an action RPG because you do need to be more of an active participant in it because you gotta like push little buttons or drag your stylus on the screen to do the special moves. But you know, if you don't want to do that, let's say I don't know how the emulation for this game works, but you can give yourself a chow that makes it so you don't have to like manually perform the PAL moves like that, just in case it doesn't work or something.
I mean,
and maybe you could
you're
sit through the
reminding
game
me-
like that, but like, yeah.
You're reminding me of my experiences with Super Mario RPG and Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga that also had similar mechanics to that, where you have to time like timed hits and the action commands. But even though I did enjoy my time with those games, I mean more Superstar Saga than Mario RPG, but still enjoyed them. They're like games that I play once and then never again. And I was not convinced to like play more Mario & Luigi, if that means anything. Yeah. So
Oh, I mean, yeah, but you could play Sonic Chronicles once and never again.
no.
He's got you there, Rhino. He's got
No.
you there.
No, I rather play Sonic 06. I rather play Sonic 06, broski. Not Shadow the Hedgehog though. No, no, I don't want to touch this game ever again.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay, Shadow. I'll touch your game again.
Touch me. Touch me.
Well, I do have that Shadow plushie
You
as
got
a
it?
pet, so there we go.
Yay! The Shadow
Oh,
Build-A-Bear
just like me with my
plushie.
Kirby plushie. Yay. Oh, I love my Kirby plushie. It's like,
Hey, yo.
it's nice. I should go back to Kirby. It's been a while. Oh, finally, I did it! I did it! Salvation has
The
arrived!
ring.
How much? How much time was it?
I'm glad that you're safe.
Let's see. Hold on.
Here it is. The
We're
time.
we're not getting a time bonus because that was shit. 0. Yeah. 13, 23, 46.
Jesus
I hate this
fucking
level.
Christ.
What the fuck? At least the boss here is okay.
It's the same song from Adventure 2.
Yeah, yeah.
By the way, we didn't comment on this, but we did fought the boss that has like the F-Zero reference, you know, Blue Falcon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blue back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe I should do an F-Zero commentary one of these days. Ow.
Actually, yeah, I'm surprised you haven't done one, considering you do like the series. And Captain Falcon is your
Yeah.
man.
I will say, so you guys know my reviews on Backloggd. Like in 2024, I did original F-Zero. Then later on the year, I did F-Zero X and F-Zero Maximum Velocity. I am planning on coming back to the series whenever I get a Switch 2, so I could play GX on the GameCube and stuff, and then do a review of that. And AX, because AX will not be forgotten, especially because I now know of a way to emulate that. So yeah. You know, it should be interesting whenever I do that review, because from the little I've played of AX, it's pretty much continuing on the same arcade philosophy that Virtual Racing and Daytona USA did, but now for F-Zero.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. And instead of 3 stages, it's 6 stages. Ooh.
Ooh, ambitious.
Oh, wow. But no, like, that is one of those games that I wish I could play on an actual arcade machine, because it looks so cool. Thing is that I remember I saw a site of places where there's an F-Zero AX arcade machine. The closest to me is in Sevilla in Spain. So I literally have to travel to the neighbor country to fucking play it if I want to.
Oh.
And who knows, maybe they took out the machine by now. So like,
that would be sad.
Yeah, like I traveled all this way and it's gone. Disappointing.
Oh, damn it. Who cares about the race of Spain? I want F-Zero. I've been to Spain a few times. It's nice.
Yeah, me
it's
too.
kind of hot. Yeah, especially in Madrid, but you know, Spain. You know Spain. You're alright. You're alright. I'll still make fun of you though.
Okay, I'm pretty sure they make fun of us too.
Probably. But los portugueses, coño carajo, que te jodan. You know? They probably say stuff like that. And like, vai fuder, man.
No, Rhino. In
But then we
Portugal-
just hug each other out.
In
Like,
Portugal,
okay,
we have
it's fine.
the perfect proverb. You know what it is? Espanha, nem bom vento, nem bom casamento. To translate this
that
to
to
our
Klaus and the
non-Portuguese audience, from Spain, no good weather and no good wedding.
Never marry a Spanish girl. That's what we're trying to do.
Oh my goodness.
Or guy.
And the thing is, I don't disagree. Because the thing is that I've been sometimes where I've been to vacation on Algarve, you know, the south of Portugal, where everybody goes to like the beaches and stuff like that. And like me and my family were just having, you know, a nice little dinner in the veranda on the apartment we were in, and literally the people who were loudest, closest to us, were all Spanish. They were being so loud, and I'm like, God, fuck. Oh well. Yeah, but it's funny to say that because my aunt, who is Portuguese, did marry a Spanish guy. Hey, he's cool, you know, it's cool.
Yay.
So, yeah.
We've seen the
always like
president
this-
again. Yay.
The president. I do like that photo that he has of Sonic and Shadow, like, together. But I wonder, when was that taken?
That's the biggest
And why
plot
does the
hole.
president have it on his desk?
Yeah, because that's like the biggest plot hole. Because okay, it cannot be doing Adventure 2 because Shadow was a bad guy and the president, if they even is the same president, the models are similar, but he looks older in SA2. Here he looks younger. Maybe he painted.
Well,
his-
maybe.
The different
Yeah, he
presidents?
dyed his hair. He dyed his hair and he adopted a skincare routine.
Good for him. Good for him.
Oh.
And the other reason is after Sonic Heroes, maybe. But then, for what reason would he want to take a picture of them after Heroes? Is it because they stopped Metal Overlord? Is that it?
Maybe.
Probably, yeah. He loves him so much. Oh, the back of the photo says Sega.
I never noticed that.
Oh, I just noticed it now. Funny Easter egg. Oh, Sonic Team, you. But I was also thinking maybe this is a different precedent from the first one in Adventure 2.
Maybe it's their son. Maybe it's the son. In the
Oh,
Sonic
so this is. Oh, so what you're saying is that this is a monarchy in the sky.
You know, I was gonna say in this universe, the Republic actually acts like a monarchy. There you go. The geopolitics
politics.
of Sonic. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Sorry. We're becoming. Sorry, this channel is about to become very political. We're not falling on that thread, by the way.
No.
You don't expect much political talk from us because I don't think we're qualified for that. We just like to talk about the Beetle James and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, video games and the animes.
And the American
The
sitcoms.
animes and the movies. Yes. Although I don't have much to say about American sitcoms outside of Fresh Beans, because that's the only one I watched from beginning to end.
Yay.
Fresh Beans was
Yeah,
cool.
the only one I've watched decent chunks ever. Well, I've only seen like all of season 1 of King of the Hill.
Tell you what.
Oh,
that's
my
it.
name is Hanko.
I am here to sell
boy.
propane and
Propane
propane
accessories.
accessories.
Yeah, Texas anime.
It's got a new show recently, so yeah. If
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
hear is actually
It's got a
pretty good.
revival. Yeah, I should watch it at least some episodes someday. Like instead of dedicating myself to watching the whole series and probably getting burned out, maybe I should just ask some people like you, Klaus, like recommend me some of the episodes you think I would enjoy, and that's it. And then I watch those episodes. And if I want more, I watch more. If I don't, then I don't. You know.
Because I think that's how
Yeah,
you're
I think
supposed
that's
to watch
maybe
these
the best
types
way
of
I should watch
shows, you know, because these shows were never made to be
Yeah.
binge watched, you know. They were meant to be, oh, you're on TV,
Yes.
you catch them airing, okay, I watch it, you know. Which
Yeah.
nowadays is a bit inconceivable because, you know, streaming platforms and everything is all the rage. So it's a reason why maybe you don't see a lot of sitcoms now.
Yes.
Because, you know, sitcoms, again, they can work in a binge format. Like, all the sitcoms I watch were in binge format. But even I was like, okay, at some point I'm like, yeah, this feels kind of the same. But, which, again, makes sense when these things were airing, you know, Friends, How I Met Your Mom, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Modern Family,
The Office.
The Office, for example, as well. They were never meant to be binge-watched. But at some points you feel like,
Yes.
yeah, it's kind of like we're retreading old ground. Because, again, they were never meant to be binge-watched.
In Fresh Beans, I especially noticed that in the last season where Will himself felt like he was kind of regretting a little bit in character. But I also kind of understand it because, like, they knew this was going to be the final season, so might as well go, you know, one last hurrah, I guess,
Yeah,
before closing the chapter for good. But yeah, sitcoms are interesting to talk about, but I haven't seen a whole lot of them, so I can't really speak up for a whole lot. Also, here's the audio thing, so yeah.
Where's the road?
Ah! Oh
Okay,
yeah.
Spring, because he
The
didn't listen to
road,
that.
it's gone.
I took a clip from the Cursed Halo Again mods, where it was Sergeant Johnson saying, "Oh, where's the roads?" Ah! There you go. I should have put subtitles in there, but oh well. I like driving the vehicle here. Just.
I thought you were gonna fall down
Yeah,
again.
good. Went around. Go around the pit. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not making a mistake this time around. Oh.
I forgot, which mission you're doing here? The neutral mission?
Neutral, because I can't do hero for shit. Like, I have such a hard time catching this goddamn plane. It's like, goddamn.
Wait, isn't that the dark mission?
Yeah. No.
Sorry, that's the dark mission. Yeah, the hero mission, I think it's kill all enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah, like with the dark one, like you know, like those like big mechs that you can kill, and you can get like that like gun that has like a lot of ammo. Basically, you gotta like stockpile on that one, so you have like like well over 200 bullets, and then you just kind of gotta lay into the escape pod that way, or you can actually try to do the mission. Basically, after you beat the game, you get access to the shadow rifle.
Oh.
And
How does that
can,
weapon work?
well, I mean, it only has 10 ammo, but its shots are absurdly powerful. So basically, you can take out the escape pod with maybe like 20 shots on the shadow rifle, or it'll get you close enough that you can take it down with like a regular gun.
Oh wow, that's pretty
Yeah.
impressive. But you know,
Yep.
that would require me replaying this game.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
I mean,
Klaus.
really,
It's
it's just
just
there if I know
Yeah.
it's just there if you're like me and want to get all A ranks because you love the game. So
yeah. And that's the thing, you know, for as much as I shit on the game, I do appreciate that there's a lot of replayability. I just wish that a lot of the replayability in this game was not forced on you just to get to the last story. I think that's kind of what breaks the game for me, you know, outside of the, you know, slippery controls, the shitty missions and stuff like that.
yeah.
I think maybe this would have been resolved if the true ending was just, you know, the hero pathway. They would just convert that ending into that. So that at that point, it's just, oh, okay. If you need a canon route, it's the hero route. But at the same time, you can still do the other ones, and it's not. It doesn't feel like, oh, it's pointless to do them. You know what I mean?
Or maybe they shouldn't have had like a last story, and they only established a canon ending by the time of the next game.
That could
Like
work too, yeah.
Mortal Kombat does. it.
Maybe. I mean, I kind of like the last story, or maybe the game could have had like. I know the whole point of the game is like, oh, choose your story as you're playing the game, but
Yes.
maybe if the game started out with, because I'm okay with there being a last story, because it kind of just reminds me of like, you know, it reminds me of SA2, it reminds me of Sonic Heroes after you do all the heroes missions. But like maybe when you're starting out the game, you have 3 stories you can choose from. You can choose neutral, hero, or dark. And then they probably could have kept things a lot cleaner that way, because they could have been like, okay, so this is the plot we're gonna have for the dark story. This is the plot we're gonna have for the neutral one and the hero one.
Yeah.
Instead of it being kind of weird, where it's like, okay, Shadow's being heroic for most of this mission, and then he's gonna, you know, turn around and basically beat the shit out of Sonic just at the end,
Yeah.
just because he feels like it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think even though I do admire them using the outrun formula for this, because literally the map is just outrun. It's literally outrun, and I love that game. But it doesn't work for a game with a plot, like, because you're basically telling yourself as a developer and a writer that you have to make a plot around this, and it's super hard being flexible, especially with a universe like Sonic that has a lot of lore behind it. You know.
And especially when you're introducing new lore in this case.
Yes. Like.
Black Doom loves Radical Highway. So cool.
It's so cool.
That's another level that's
Like,
across worlds, Rhino, Klaus, by the way. Radical Highway.
Oh yes.
All right. Good
Now
old
Black
man.
Doom should have been a racer.
Yeah, I agree. Again, I want to see him in a hoverboard. Also, Tails just died.
Oh.
Shadow!
And he died again.
Will you die one
Alright.
more time, you pipsqueak?
Oh, he came
No.
back. He has 9 lives.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I think Blaze would be the one with 9 lives.
Or Big the Cat.
Yeah.
Tails telling us to forget about the Chaos Emerald. No.
No, it's literally the. It reminds me of the SGB Shadow the Hedgehog Let's Play, where Charmy says at the end of Prison, "Hey, I haven't gotten my top secret discs yet," and Johnny just yells, "Too bad!"
This makes 5 Chaos Emeralds.
Oh, good. You can count.
Ah.
I was about to make that joke.
Thank you, Shari 5.
Yeah. 5, Cherry 5. That's why it's called that. He learned to count.
Okay, 2 more and then the truth about my past
So,
will be
yeah,
revealed.
Air Fleets is quite the level. It's not bad. I just don't like the hero mission. I
dark
do
mission.
appreciate the outdoor platforms. Sorry, fuck. I'm confused. I'm lost.
I'm confused. Yeah!
I was lost and found. Yeah, I'm confused. I love that joke. I forgot where it was from. It was, I think,
It's from
Roger
Sonic
Van
Rivals
Der
in
Weld.
Minutes. It's from Sonic Rivals in Minutes, made
Yeah.
by, I forgot his name because he
Roger van der Welt.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. He like it's Knuckles and Sonic Rival's like, Shadow, what you doing here? Well, I'm confused. Yeah. And he punches Shadow. And then Silver appears. Hi, my name is Silver. I have a time machine. Instead of doing anything cool and epic with her, I'm gonna go to the most inconvenient time to save the world. Then Knuckles appears. Who are you? I'm confused. Yeah. And he punches Silver.
Oh yeah.
And then
Silver
Sonic
would
appears.
have a time machine.
And then Sonic appears and he's like, oh yeah, I'm here to save Tails and Amy. And Knuckles is like, Sonic, you're here? I'm confused. Yeah! Ah, Knuckles, why you punch people when you're confused? Like that time we went to a restaurant. Sir, if you made your order, super salad, super salad, super salad. I'm confused. Yeah!
Oh, that time of the internet for Sonic was such a... to be honest, it's a time that I'm nostalgic about because I think it was one of the first times I really connected with Sonic outside of like the Flash games. I was really introduced to the character, and it was just nice seeing all those fan projects, even if maybe one or two of them haven't aged that well. Although, not that I'm saying that. Which ones haven't aged well? I forgot.
I was gonna say like one or two. You're being generous.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, no, for me, like, Sonic on the internet, that's like when I was first discovering like YouTube and like basically like fan creations in general. And that's how I, found those awesome like Sonic Hedgehog little sprite animations, like the Curse of the Tails doll with the little,
Yay.
bot generated voices are funny. But then that's also how I got traumatized when I saw something called, I think it was called Sonic's Halloween costume. And it was about Sonic like brutally killing Tails so we can use Tails as gore to make his costume. And then that's when I realized that like, oh, okay, not everything on the internet's gonna be innocent. Got it.
Yeah, I know exactly.
That was a Wild West.
Again, like I said, Rhino, one or two haven't aged well. You're being generous. I remember exactly the one that Klaus is talking about.
Yeah, I forgot. I forgot a lot. But you didn't. You know what I didn't forget? Shit, I forgot. Well,
clap.
I actually in that moment I was trying to remember. Wait a minute, what was I gonna say? Fuck. Yeah. Okay. I remember one of the first things I saw with Sonic was that Witch Doctor song, the Bing Bang Wada Wada Bing Bang. I think I remember
yeah.
Sonic and Amy animation with that. Yeah.
For me, Sonic was my gateway to the internet. I think I mentioned this before in previous commentaries, but yeah, Sonic was like the gateway for the YouTube and stuff because I wanted to, search for the Sonic songs from Sonic Heroes. And yeah, I saw a lot of things. I saw, the sprite stuff that Klaus was talking about, with Sonic Shadow and Silver. Sonic Shorts, that's Halloween thing. A lot of the Tails All creepypasta stuff. A thing called Sonic Comics from an artist called Moby and Angel as well. And it's Brazilian dub from a team called...
I love those.
Yeah, and it's Brazilian, and it's Portuguese Brazilian versions from a team called Team Chaotix BR, Team Chaotix Brazil. Yeah.
You've shown that to me before, yeah.
It's so funny. What's funny because you can tell it's a very old one because the audio quality is not good on the Sonic voice actor. At one point, it tells us like, "Can I have a little bit of the hot chocolate?" And in the original version, Sonic's like, "Now it's mine, back off." But in the Brazilian version, he really screams like, "No, it's mine, go away!" Like very loudly.
Oh, another one that I remember that I grew up off. This is a little bit more recent because we're now going to early 2010s. But it was thanks to I used to follow this YouTuber called Kobanomani456.
Yeah.
He's gone now for a lot of reasons. Yeah, that was probably one of the. I believe that might have been the first YouTuber I actually ever subscribed to, because I enjoyed his content when I was young. And him, and then eventually Etika, may he rest in peace, who I also followed a lot. This is a discovery. This is how I found out about this particular series. So back then, when people put out their own page, you could like put like your playlist, your recent videos, and back then, I'm not sure if you can still do this. You could put videos you liked. You can make that public. A video he had put a like on that I saw was a video called Sonic Zombie Origins. And then the rest is history. That's how I found out about Sonic Zombie.
This is bad.
And
I agree.
I agree.
Ooba-dooba.
Ooba-dooba. Oh my god. So okay, do you guys want to talk about like your experiences with me showing you Sonic Zombie, because that shit is hilarious.
I just want to say one more thing before you go into the Sonic Zombies, because I do want to talk about Sonic Zombies.
Oh, yeah.
I also watched, similar to you, Rhino, the Witch Doctor song for Sonic. I saw a lot of SpongeBob Sonic mashups, where it's like they took the SpongeBob episode called Chocolate and Nuts, which is one of the best episodes, and they made like Sonic,
Yes.
SpongeBob, Knuckles Patrick, Tails with Squidward, and yada yada yada. That was so fun.
And now the dream has come true with Sonic Racing Crossroads, baby.
If you told young Spring, who was big in Sonic and SpongeBob back then, that this would actually happen, he would not believe you.
Well, the future is now, old man.
So yeah, Sonic Zombies.
Sonic Zombies. So I found out about that, and I laughed my ass off, especially with the Hooba Dooba. And then I kind of, then it ended eventually with the finale. It got some bonus episodes afterwards, but it technically did end. And then a few years ago, I got reminded of it, and I was like, I should show this off to other people. And then I made events for you guys, like we made some VCs about it, and I'm so proud that because I still remember in the Origins episode, Batman just suddenly appeared and you guys laughed your asses off, and I was like, oh, I think they're gonna laugh at that scene in Dupe Ship. And then you did, and I was so proud.
Yeah, and I'm glad you eventually did. Oh yeah, so what were you saying? Sorry.
Just asking, what do you guys think of Sonic Zombies, like looking back?
Well, I'm really glad that you showed Sonic Zombies to us, because Sonic Zombies was a series that I had been meaning to watch for years, because I was already familiar with Belated Productions' channel, because I liked watching a lot of their Christmas with Sonic videos.
Yes,
So
I grew up with those
yeah.
too.
Yeah, so I love those. I was like, oh, Sonic Zombies, that looks fun. And then I also enjoyed their Sonic and Jaws and stuff like that, but I
Yes.
just never got around to watching it. And then, of course, I was interested too, because I love other YouTubers like Shadow 759 and all his
Oh, I
Gmod
like this stuff
Sonic
too.
videos.
Oh,
Yeah, but I just never watched it. So the fact that you finally gave us an excuse to actually, finally watch Sonic Zombies, and it just, even though I never watched them back in the day, it still made me very nostalgic for those kind of simpler earlier days in YouTube when those Gmod videos were really popular. And now we got people doing more source filmmaker videos, which is fine too. But there's just something about the jank of old Gmod videos that's really charming.
Even
and it was, it's fun.
himself, switched to source filmmaker.
Yeah. So, I just liked how random it was. How it had a lot of its lore continuities. Like, Sonic has his big old Hummer and stuff, and Tails is obsessed with tacos, and we got Arnold Schwarzenegger cream, and it's just
That's
random.
still one of my
but,
favorites.
Yeah, but I had a really good time watching it.
Yeah. Even if it has aged, even if I will say it has aged a little bit, because there's just some stuff in there's yeah, this one, nobody would make a video about that today.
yep.
Yeah. How about you, Spring?
I never had much experience with Sonic Zombies until you brought it up multiple times in our conversations. I may have seen his videos, Belina Productions videos, maybe on my feed back then, but I never clicked on them. So seeing them was definitely an experience. It's kind of like Klaus said. It was a simpler time, just people being goofy, saying unhinged stuff, just random scenarios, and just having fun and having time of their lives. And I thought it was legit fun. Just a really good time. Nothing. It kind of reminded me a little bit of what I like, to a less extent, the Sonic Sprite stuff, because it was kind of like that. Or, for example, Sonic for Hire, another stuff that I saw. I think Klaus also knows Sonic for Hire.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So yeah. No,
So,
it was good. It was fun. I still think about the quotes all the time, especially the ones I just said with the Roger Quicksmith's voices. I love the way Shadow talks. He talks like this, and he's very cursed, and he has a gun. Yeah. Or for example,
fine, donkey.
Or for example, Eggman going sack me. For example, too.
Zeg maar, I'm going to eat all those gedaan.
Or Silver being goofy. Gosh. Yeah.
Gosh. Or, that's actually where the Bob the Plant voice comes from. It comes from our Schwarzenegger cream. Like,
Oh, there's some lore.
Yeah.
yeah, the Rhino Dino lore.
And of course, the one clip you also used to show all the time, Rhino the Charmy going, what?
Which is funny, I actually don't use that one all that much. Now I use that pretty much.
Yep. Pretty much.
I love that he just froze himself out of the fucking sofa.
Just yeet.
Yeet.
By the way,
Oh,
we are in
like,
a boss fight that I like to call Suddenly Eggman.
Suddenly,
Yeah,
like
Why
this
is he in the black comic?
Like, what
How
is he
did
doing here?
get
Like, legit, you can reach this point and never interact with Eggman. And then suddenly he's the final boss of the route?
I think, yeah, I think in this the route I made I did pass through Cryptic. I think I did pass through Cryptic Castle, so I did interact with him. But like, yeah, like there's no reason for him to be here.
Oh my god. I don't know. They could maybe boot it. Like, hell, make another Black Arms boss. Kind of like the Black Bull or something. Like, anything.
Yeah,
Because here, okay,
but this.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go first, Ryan. I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you. This is a cool team up though. Like Shadow and Knuckles fighting against Eggman. That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
wanna see
Shame it's
that
not in the
more.
cutscene. It's just because a lot of your
yeah.
your teammates in these boss fights, sometimes they don't appear in the cutscenes. Which I wish you could see Shadow and Knuckles team up against Eggman. I think it's because they really don't know what to put here as a boss. Because think of it like this: this is supposed to be the semi-dark path, but he did the hero mission here. So unless they want to reuse Black Doom again, or like Klaus said, just use a new Black Arms, there's not really a lot of characters to put here for you to fight. But at the same time, again, Eggman just comes out of nowhere. There's literally no reason for him to bleed in the Black Arms, in the Black Arm,
None.
I should say. Literally no reason.
God damn it, game. Yeah.
So that's why I call this Suddenly Eggman.
Suddenly Eggman. No, not Shadow Fever. We talked about it in the first part, but this boss is stupid.
Again, Shadow Fever here. Again, I subscribe to the theory that the Shadow Fever is supposed to be used like with the Shadow Androids, right? Why are you doing it here when there's no Shadow Androids nearby? Like, you didn't even bring, besides maybe the egg pawns you can summon here, you didn't bring any army. It's just him on this mech.
He's that confident. Yeah, I can beat Shadow. Oh no. It's like that meme's like, he's like, oh, I'm gonna put up the fight. It's like, damn, he put up a fight.
It's like, I'm gonna fight. It's kind of like the meme. I'm gonna fight this. I'm gonna fight this guy and post and fight later on. I got beaten up. I'm not gonna post that shit.
Yeah. God, Chaos Blast is good.
Yeah, Shadow
It-
team up with
this
Knuckles. We don't see that happen actually a lot. If
Oh.
at any point. In official media, I should say, because I remember in the fandom, yeah, Shadow and Knuckles will sometimes hang out.
Yeah. In the film, everybody hangs out.
Yep.
Well, yeah, because it's like they were Sonic's original rivals, turned friends. So, I mean, it makes sense that they kind of make
Piccolo
them
and
hang out,
Vegeta.
'cause
I
they
was
do
gonna
have
say
some-
that.
Yeah.
like you know, so like everybody's made the Dragon Ball comparisons, but like it's so funny how similar so many fucking characters and aspects and elements of this goddamn series are to Dragon Ball. Like holy shit.
Again, it really showed that Dragon Ball was really the trendsetter when it comes to shonen types and tropes when it comes to at least Japanese media. You know what I mean? Even in Western media, like even back in the 2000s, you could see, like, for example, there's a cartoon from Cartoon Network called Kids Next Door. They had a Dragon Ball Z parody, you know. So
Oh my god.
Chaos
Oh, yeah.
Oh, now we're showing the endings. This is the neutral one.
so according to Klaus, this is me because I'm the neutral route.
Shadow Android. The
You are Shadow Android?
life form created by Eggman.
Ultimate Battle Life Form. What the hell? I never noticed he says that. Ultimate Battle Life Form.
This empire and
Yeah.
androids will rule.
It's kind of funny because he's technically following. Now I'm noticing he's following Metal Sonic's footsteps because this was Metal Sonic's plan in Sonic Heroes.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Even more fitting for this to be you, Spring.
Yay, my boy Metal Sonic. You know what? I want to see a what if. Okay, so Shadow kills Eggman, and then he finds Metal Sonic, he activates Metal Sonic, and then Metal Sonic joins Shadow and Omega in their evil conquest.
Yeah, I got all that.
Yeah.
Another best one.
Yeah, hey guys, I'm here too! Again, like I said, it's so funny. Like, this is an ending where Shadow is with Black Dude after you defeat him. And there's only 2 endings where he is with someone else. One with Sonic and one with Vector. Like, what is Vector doing here? Look at his face. Like, ugh.
And then the shit he says, I'm like, what?
We'll get there, we'll get there.
Yeah.
This is over yet.
I remember this was the first hero ending I got when I first played this game.
Oh.
And this is what made
damn.
you fall in love with Vector?
I was already in love with Vector. The reason why I picked this thing was because of Vector.
Ah.
Deadly wrong.
Deadly wrong.
So much destruction.
destruction.
I should never have
He said.
been created.
This is
who I am.
Hey, don't go.
Don't go there yet.
Yet?
Yet.
Why would you say that? Like, yet?
Like,
What?
yet. Like, don't go there yet. You know.
Yeah, dude, you could have just left the "get" part off, Victor.
And again, I think Rhino showed me like the Japanese version. Yeah, he doesn't say this in Japanese. He's actually again more calm and collected and trying to support Shadow, which is. This is the vibe they want to go. You know, I think that's the reason they probably put Vector there. You know, Vector supports Shadow when Shadow discovers this.
Yeah.
But the way they do it in the English version is so goofy.
I actually don't remember showing you the Japanese version. Maybe
Yeah, you posted it on
maybe
the
I
server, I
forgot.
think. If I remember correctly.
Okay, then probably I forgot.
Now we have Sonic.
Sonic, yeah. This is like, what ending is this? Is this like
the true hero ending, just like the best hero ending.
True Hero?
Let's do
Yeah.
this.
Do what?
Let's kick him in the face, Shadow.
Oh yeah.
No, let's fuck each other in front of him.
No, Shadow, do the karate chop motion, because it's so funny, because the only boss he kills legitimately is Eggman. He never uses karate chop on Sonic or Black Doom.
Like, yeah, did he actually kill Eggman right then and there?
Yep. The
No,
only,
yeah.
the
Oh my
only
God.
ending he doesn't kill Eggman is when you do the dark mission in Vector's level. Then it's you and Vector versus him, and then he says for Eggman to never return to the Ark.
Wow. Mhm.
Again, here,
Yeah,
this
he,
is
like,
the ending I
karate
call
chops
the Suddenly
Eggman's
Eggman. Because, what's
Suddenly
Eggman
Eggman.
going to say here? How dare you defy me?
I am Shadow the Hedgehog.
What? Why wouldn't I defy you? I'm not
only,
your
I
creation.
know what is best. No one can tell
No,
me
you
what to do. Like,
don't.
what's the purpose of this ending?
I'm going against my parents. Mm.
It's literally
yeah,
that.
but we spent the whole game being told what to do.
Exactly. Like, what was the purpose of that ending with Eggman?
And now I think this is True Dark.
This is the most evil ending.
I'm so evil. I kicked Sonic's ass. But let's talk. But can we talk about how if you do True Dark and no, if you do True Hero and then you switch to Dark at the last moments, fucking hell, man.
Again, there's literally no reason for that. It's just because he wants to beat Sonic.
The fuck? What an asshole. Amazing writing. Amazing.
What are you gonna do with them?
He's just staring. He's like,
He's like, I am Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow, that's not what I asked.
I love that. I love to think that Shadow was contemplating. He's like, what are you gonna do with him? He's like, I don't know. I never thought that far. Let me think about
No,
it.
I'm going to destroy this damn planet.
It's... Evil laugh.
Maniacal laugh. Maniacal
Yeah,
laugh.
But remember the whole premise of the game, where you could either choose here to make Shadow a hero or a villain. Yeah, fuck that. The last story.
Hero anyway.
Yeah.
Like all hail Shadow, heroes rise again.
Then, like, but this only really makes me ask, what was the fucking point of this?
Again,
of all of this.
They should have taken. Here's what I was trying to say: is like they should have taken the last story ending and just added to the true hero ending. That's my.
Yeah.
And then at least, if you want to know what's the canon route, okay, it's the hero route. But the rest of the others still happen. You know what I mean? Because from now, you gotta think, how do you access this point in the story? Because last story treats it as if most of what happened before in the other routes happened, you know. Because they are in the Black Arms, which means they were in the Black... They are in the Black Comet, which means they went to the Black Comet at some point. The president is with the gun commander, which means, okay, then probably Central City got blown up, just like in the Dark route, you know? And the Chaotix are still doing the investigating, so something happens in the neutral route as well. That's so confusing, because you gotta think, okay, what's the connection between last story and the other routes? There's no feasible link. So they could have just taken this and just repurposed the True Hero ending to have the last story there.
Yeah, because the game is pretty much like last story is pretty much vague on the details. Like, what happened? What happened for real or not before this? I don't know. I like to think that Eggman did get killed and then got revived. So there you go.
No. He killed one of those Eggman dummies from Sonic Heroes.
He had more of those. If 4 wasn't enough. He can use Chaos powers too.
Is that what Chaos Control is?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was about to say.
It's very funny that all these cutscenes, like I told you the last part, but all these cutscenes have some major desync on the audio. So it's like they're already saying stuff, then the lips have already moved, or they already said something and the lips are now moving. It's like, what the fuck? This is very detailed, by the way. I like the CGI cutscene.
The CGI cutscenes are really good.
Black creatures just
We're coming down to the
Stop
surface
saying
using
that,
Chaos
Sonic.
Control!
Stop saying that, Sonic.
That's why you needed the Chaos Emeralds.
Precisely.
And I stinker.
What if Blacktoon? What if Blacktoon had a very normal voice, like the comet's velocity isn't powerful enough to pass through another time stone?
So what you're saying is you
You
should sound like
Goku.
Exactly. High five, Klaus.
Okay, even Goku's voice is a little bit more energetic. Like, hey, it's me, Goku.
Hey, shit. I know, that's why I need the professor to help me. Oh, yeah.
What? Eggman's mouth is so kind of weird. Yeah, now we get the backstory. So Shadow was made by Professor Gerald Robotnik, but Blacktoon helped because Gerald Robotnik was having a hard time making the ultimate life form. So he knew that the Black Comet was passing by. He said, "Hey, Blacktoon, can you help me with this? I'll give you the 7 Chaos Emeralds." And he's like,
Okay.
and then there you go.
Yep, and keep in mind, a lot of
simplified
these details we only found out almost 20 years later with Shadow Generations, which really tied up the loose ends. Which I think is because Shadow Generations that I'm not as aggressive, I guess, as harsh on this story, because Shadow Generations did tie everything together very nicely. But you gotta keep in mind, before Shadow Generations, a lot of these things were not that very well explained, if at all.
Yeah, no. I really get the feeling that they were trying to build to a lore, but because of how rushed some of these games got, they weren't really able to fulfill that ambition completely.
And what's interesting is, again, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know all the details about Sonic 06, but was Sonic 06 supposed to be a reboot, a soft reboot in a way?
Okay, here's the thing about that. People claim that, even Wikipedia says that, but there's no source.
Okay.
Absolutely no source on that. So I'd say no, it isn't, because yeah, technically the story, there's not that many connections with the previous games, but it's more self-contained than anything. It's kind of like Unleashed in a way. It's just self-contained. Doesn't mean that it's not like canon or anything like that. I mean, in the case of 06, it's not canon by the end because everything is erased, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, nowadays it is kind of canon, it's just in a different timeline. Again, because now we have
Yes.
the Sonic timeline, because again, ever since Frontiers, they really want to tie everything together in terms of the lore, which it works for the most part. I do think it works. I do think the references are a bit forced, but
The
I
Time
like
Stones!
not the time stones. You know, that one power up from one game. Like I don't like that line.
I'm fine with that one, to be
I don't like
honest.
that
The other-
line. I still don't like that line. But
Yeah.
anyway, I do appreciate that effort
I've left the past behind.
of everything, at least being connected in some way.
Tell me what
And again,
to do.
Shadow
I like-
Generations tied up these loose ends really well, so I don't mind if in the future they try to go back to some of the things in 06 and try to make it work in the present day, for example. Mephiles
Yeah.
is the biggest example.
I really like how he was treated in Shadow Generations. We talked about this in the discussion video we made. Now, more than a year old. How about that?
Oh, wow. That's nice.
It's been a while. But But Mephiles was
Shadow, you
treated
left us
well.
here to be eaten, you idiot! What an asshole!
No, he can't. He can't kill. the little aliens real fast now. You just
But
gotta
he
take off.
squished one.
You could have
But only
easily.
one. They didn't stop the rest of them.
They could have easily just.
No.
They could have easily just do an animation where maybe he does a quick homing attack and then everything's just done. But no, they just show them. Yeah, the aliens are still eating the other guys.
But it doesn't mean anything by the end because they're all perfectly fine after this.
and you don't know how they escaped the Black Comet, by the way. They just appear on Earth after Shadow just saved the day.
They just did. How dare you question things? But like, okay, this level kind of sucks to be honest because it's literally Black Comets and like
Final Hunt.
other
Final Hunt.
in Final Hunt again. But now, now you need to use Chaos Control in some areas to go forward. That's it. That's fucking it.
Yeah,
Like-
which
I
again,
don't mind the chaos control thing because chaos control was. Well, I don't really like how chaos control works in this game in general, but it was very underutilized versus the chaos blast, where I feel like that's gonna come in handy for killing a bunch of enemies later. But like chaos control, it's like often very detrimental to your progress because you'll miss out on some important stuff.
Yes.
Again, enemies you have to kill. So yeah, this is really the only level where it's like, yeah, you actually want to use chaos control. Well, I mean, because you have to.
You have
But
to.
yeah.
because maybe they should have actually built more levels where using chaos control is more strategic.
Or maybe just not make the game the way it is.
Again, like I said, you could have maybe replaced Final Hunt with this level like this, and maybe have Sonic with you or not, and there you go. It would feel less repetitious.
Yeah. What I will say is that I was considering, I didn't do that because I've never actually done this glitch before, but there's a glitch where if you press the when you're on top of the checkpoints, and you press the checkpoint and the chaos control button at the same time, you pretty much get infinite chaos control up till the end of the stage.
That's cool.
Oh wow, I did not know about
Yeah.
that one.
And Johnny did use it when he played Shadow the Hedgehog because it's like, I don't give a shit about this anymore. And you know what? True. I should have done it, but I was like, nah, let's show the level because even though I've already shown the level twice.
Yep. And to be fair, the last level you did was the Black Comet, so.
Yeah. So like we're treading ground. Like, god damn it, fuck this game. Sorry. Oh, it's just, at least I am glad that this commentary is being pretty fun, and I don't have to play this game ever again. I'm good.
Fourth Shadow the Hedgehog playthrough. Fourth Shadow the Hedgehog playthrough.
Third. It would be
Third Shadow the Hedgehog playthrough.
Hey,
No, I have to say
expert
fourth because that
mode.
means you're gonna do it twice. Yeah, fourth Shadow the Hedgehog.
You know what, Klaus? Maybe one day I will like hack maybe get a save file or stuff like that, and will play through expert mode because I think that would be an interesting experience.
Yeah,
So-
because that's basically more like just playing through a regular Sonic game, because that really is just run through and get the gold ring. So
Yeah. Doesn't nullify a lot of my other issues, but may make the game a bit better.
It's more
an
straightforward.
asterisk.
I think it's more
Yes.
straightforward.
Yes. But it also only highlights the hallway-like design that some of these games, some of these stages have. Because look at this. Oh,
Ow.
sorry.
Look at this. Ow.
Ow. But like, you see what I mean, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So, and the thing is that I would say, people would say, oh, Sonic Heroes also like that. Yeah, but it has very cool set pieces to balance that out. And then Sonic 06 came in and it's like, oh, the level design in Sonic 06 is actually kind of good. What?
Which
is why
if
when some
only it
people-
worked properly.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
will whenever we do the commentary, I will try my best to show off the game as best as possible, except in certain sections because.
That's gonna be
But,
interesting because that's
yeah.
the one Sonic game I haven't played. After all these years, I
Yeah.
still haven't played Sonic 06.
Oh, really?
Yep,
Wow.
I don't have a PS4 or a PS3, so.
Or an Xbox 360, yeah.
Yep.
Which it's funny that the version I'll play will be the PlayStation 3 version, which is the version I own. Which,
It's the worst one,
let me
right?
tell you, yeah, it came out later and it's worse because the lighting is worse and the load times are slightly longer. With a game that
yeah.
already has long load times. Amazing.
I'm starting to think Sonic Team or Sega really doesn't know how to operate with PlayStation hardware, because same thing happened with the PS2 versions of Sonic Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog.
I think it was kind of like different circumstances on this one, because PS2 is because it was the weakest one. PS3, it was because its architecture required like rocket science to understand.
It's the opposite. It was too powerful. It's the opposite.
Yeah, but that's actually what made it so good in the long. Like it might have sucked in the short term, but thanks to like Sony actually making some great games, the PS3 became a great console to own by the end, and I still highly recommend it. It's a great ass console. I love my PS3. Don't you agree, PS3? Yes, I agree with you, Rhino. Oh, he loves me as I love her. Oh. But yeah, I do recommend the PlayStation 3. It's a great ass console.
Yeah, I do like
Now,
it.
which version?
Well, you know, because I wanted to play. Well, I really did want a PS3 because I really wanted to play The Last of Us. You know, like everybody else. And and then of course I got to play Persona 5 and
Yes.
But I also got to play Shadow the Colossus.
That's the game I really need to
the
play
double
too.
pack that came with that and Ico. Yeah, definitely for sure. But the only thing I really
you can
don't like
play
about the
that
PS3 is I don't like the controller. It's like
really?
it's too small and kind of awkward for my hands. I don't know.
It's kind of like it's the same as a PS2 controller. Maybe you wouldn't like that one as well.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I never had a PlayStation 2 controller, so
Yeah.
there we go.
You grew up with this stinky GameCube, huh? No.
No, I love my GameCube controller.
That control will never die.
Never die.
Never.
I will say, as someone who's finally got to experience the GameCube controller last year, 2035, it's good. I don't like how small the beat button is, but outside of that, yeah, it's solid. It's a solid controller. My favorite? No.
I
I'd rather
between
play
the GameCube
use the Switch
controller
One
and
Pro
the
controller.
PS2 controller, honestly. I do like the Pro controller from the Switch, though. That was really good.
Yeah. No, honest God, I love that controller. It's super comfortable. Super comfortable. But I also use the DualShock 3, and it's so funny using the DualShock 3 because I have two. I have one for the PS3, which unfortunately has some drift, and then I have one for a silver one that I use on my PC. And that one randomly presses the D-pad when I'm using the analog stick. It's weird like that, but it's so funny because I use it for whenever I play like Xbox Game Pass for the cloud. So it's funny playing like Ninja Gaiden 4 with a controller from 2007 or 8.
Surreal.
Yeah. And I say that because the controller that originally came with the PlayStation 3 was not the DualShock 3, it was a 6-axis. Because I think at that time, they had like a weird copyright issue with the company that was providing the Rumble feature. So that's why we didn't get a DualShock right away. And a lot of people don't like the 6-axis controller because, well, it's light as shit and feels very fragile. Unlike the DualShock 3. And has no Rumble.
That
Oh,
sucks. Mas tripa computador 1 está baixa.
I was like, oops. Honest God, as I was reviewing this after I exported the video, I laughed my ass off when I saw that. Oh yeah, that warning appeared. Oh God. These kinds of moments that I live for.
This part feels like a Star Wars moment. Darth Vader, Black Doom versus Luke Skywalker, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
You can control your blood. I should have used this in shared generations. But, oh, well, I forgot I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
No, to be fair. Okay, no, to be fair, we unlocked the Doom power, so that means, okay, he said the strongest Shadow God, so was Black Doom, so technically he used this.
Yeah. I will say, looking at Shadow's shoes right now, I'm thinking of.
We're back, boys! Again, like I said
am-
before, they are the MVPs. Again, everyone's in danger except these three that are randomly on the arc.
Yeah. But as I was saying, looking at Shadow's shoes reminds me of a topic that's been a little bit of a hot topic in the Shadow community, which is the fucking statue of the collector's edition of Sonic X Shadow Generations that took like a year to come out, and it's shit.
I just say Sega/Sonic Team, please learn from this and use another company to make your collector's editions, because that's just embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
like I can get a higher quality shadow, like I can get the Hallmark shadow ornament, and it's much higher quality than that.
and in
I've seen it in
Japan,
person, it looks great.
in Japan, they had similar like models and stuff like that, and it looked better. It's like, kind of embarrassing.
Again, and in Sonic Mania, like
Yeah.
almost 10 years ago at this point, Jesus, they did it in house, and it was great. The collector's edition as well, from the videos I've seen.
Yes.
Back then.
So it's like Sega's been cheapening out a lot with some physical editions and stuff like that, and collector's editions and stuff like that. And I'm like, Sega, stop going to limited run games. Just stop, all right?
And I really hope this served as a wake-up call for them, please.
Well, hopefully. Because I will say, I'm not completely against everything that the limited run does. I do appreciate them re-releasing some games. The thing is that I just don't like how they lock physical copies for very limited runs. I know it's in their name, but it just kind of sucks, you know? You're not really... You say you're preserving and making things accessible, but you're not, you know? Although, it is funny how some limited run games have gotten European releases here in stores, like the Jurassic Park Retro Collection, and that's nice. I do intend on buying it one day, because I'm curious. Unless I don't feel like it. Unless I lose interest by then, but... Eh. It would be neat. I like Jurassic Park. I've only watched the first movie, though.
That's the best one, so yeah.
Yeah. Just a nice movie to come back to.
Right, Shadow?
Right, Maria.
A question of the
Klaus,
hour.
have you
Why
ever-
is this message playing on the black comet?
Takashi Zuka is not a good writer.
Like, okay, my canon is because we know Gerald stepped foot on the Black Comet. I like to think he installed this to just talk to Black Doom, you know, via Skype. You know,
Oh, maybe,
and
maybe.
he said, you know what, I'm gonna program this
Discord,
message to play here as well when it's time to go. And thank God Charmy jammed his stinger into the computer so the message played on time, or else Shadow would be doomed. Black Doom, if you will.
It's very...
Ah, dude.
It's very convenient. Very convenient. But I think by the end, Takashi Zuka was like, fuck it, I only have so much time. I gotta get work on the rest of the game. So, fuck it, this, Charmy. But...
Team
there you-
Chaotix. Team Chaotix saved the day.
Yes. Yes. It's interesting how that Team Chaotix moment was pretty much like a silly moment in a game that's trying to take itself seriously.
And again, and it was the catalyst for the whole climax,
Yeah.
which is so funny.
It goes to show that
Yeah.
this game doesn't know what it wants to be. At least it feels like, you know.
I was never a fan of how Super Shadow looks in this game, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, his model
piss.
looks terrible. Like, why? Also, like, why? Yeah, I don't know. Why is there like a yellow like membrane over his entire body? It just doesn't look good.
It just
Like,
looks
I
like
love
piss.
Oh my! I like how he looks in SA2, where he's more like of a platinum color.
Mm-hmm.
And that really like makes him stand out from Sonic.
This is the I didn't show it off here, but this is the boss fight where if you spend 9 minutes, Eggman will finally say, "Oh, yeah, no, you were not Shadow Android. You were the real Shadow." And I'm like, why only at 9 minutes? Why not?
It took them long enough to tie in that loose end from Sonic Heroes, which was the whole purpose of this game as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Which-
if you do really well, like you can actually beat this boss in like just under a minute if you just like time yourself, and because you can make it so Black Doom doesn't actually chaos control away from you, and you kind of keep him in the same spot the whole time, and you can actually kill him really fast.
Oh wow. It took me 7 minutes, so yeah, this is gonna be a longie. I had bad luck, but this is not a bad boss, I'd say. It's just kind of like, it reminds me of Metal Overworld now that
Yeah,
I
I was gonna
think
say,
about it.
I do prefer Metal Overworld a little bit over it. But this feels a bit more, I want to say, maybe engaging, kinda. The Metal Overworld, it really feels like you're just charging with a Rocker XL to have the use of Team Blast, right?
Yeah,
Here at
you
least,
saw it in my commentary. I was just spamming the Rocket Excel over and over again.
here is like you can do the Chaos Control, you can do other things, and he actually moves away from you with Chaos Control. So it is a little bit more engaging, but I still kind of prefer Metal Overlord, because Metal Overlord I think has more variety in his attacks. He also uses Chaos Control, but instead of, going away, he actually freezes time, which is kind of cool. He has like ice attacks to freeze you on the spot, so yeah. Maybe I'm biased because, I love Metal Sonic.
Or you love Sonic Heroes.
Or both, both can exist.
Yeah. Black Riding Zone. I do like that I Am All of Me is playing here. But yeah, I think at this point I don't know what else to talk about with Shadow. But we're still like a little bit left until the credits. So this boss fight is just kind of happening.
Yep,
I
we
guess
can say
maybe we
that Black
can-
Doom got a better boss in Shadow Generations.
Yeah. I was about to ask, what do you guys think of Black Doom in general? I guess this is one way to wrap this up.
Well, I like his design, man, especially the glow up he got in Shadow Generations, because I think he kind of looks like, reminds me of like a funny little Halloween decoration you would hang. Actually, he just reminds me of Halloween decorations, so that's the only reason why I like him. And I know Black Doom is kind of he's just generic alien overlord that wants to take over Earth so he and his race can eat humanity. I know that's a plot that's been done a million times, but sometimes it's fun to have a villain that's just bad. He's just a bad guy, and he's just evil, and he's irredeemable, and he has a nice voice, and he's memorable for me. Sometimes you just want a bad guy that's just a bad guy, and I think he fulfills his role well. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have any complaints. I mean, I know people complain that he's just a generic guy, but like I don't really care. I think he's neat. And he definitely helps explain why we can go so fast from having the bio lizard that could barely keep itself alive with the life support system to just like, suddenly we have Shadow, who's insanely powerful and has ageless immortality. It's like, okay, because, his blood came from this immortal alien overlord, and I think it helps kind of patch that up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I think he's neat. What do you think, Spring?
I remember when I first played the game, I didn't think Black Doom was that bad. I just thought, okay, he's a neat, pure evil villain, you know what I mean? He does his job.
Yeah.
I do like, but also at the same time think they could have done much better with him in the sense that he tries to be a bit manipulative. Again, we saw that scene where he teleported Shadow into a dimension where he's seeing him and Marie being chased by the gun soldiers, right? In order to really bring the evil in Shadow to fully corrupt him into his side. But I don't think the game does much with that. Because from us outside, like, he looks pure evil. Why would Shadow... I think the question is, why would Shadow follow his advice, when he can clearly see he's evil? So that's why I appreciate in Shadow Generations, where he's just straight up evil. But the way they do it, he's just not just an evil overlord. Like, he looks like the eldest abomination he's supposed to be. The Doom Moon stares at you every time you play Shadow Generations. Like, you can see his manipulation over Shadow now be more physical. Every time you get stronger, I also get stronger, That makes like, it's a time bomb waiting to happen. And I really like that. I really like Doom. Like, out of all the villains that are not Eggman or connected to Eggman, Metal Sonic, Sage, he's definitely one of the better ones. Compared to the Deadly Six, compared to Infinite, compared to compared to Eraser Jin. Does anyone even care about Eraser Jin?
Eraser Jin is just kind of there.
Well, I kind of like his theme, at least. Every single drop of all you got.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think he's not definitely one of my favorite Sonic villains, but I think he does his job. And again, because Shadow Generations really brought in this plot point and made it justice, brought the loose ideas from Shadow the Hedgehog and really tied everything together very nicely. Yeah, made me appreciate Black Doom as like this part of Shadow Lord that's just a pure evil overlord, but has powers way beyond our comprehension. So I really appreciate that.
And his voice is very cool to imitate, so that also helps a little bit.
It's a Dr. Claw impression.
Yeah, it's Goku doing a Dr. Claw voice, or in the case of Shadow Generations, is Stitch / Casper / Venom doing a Dr. Claw voice.
Wow.
Or Mega
As
Man.
for me,
He was also Mega Man, right? In Mega Man 11.
Yeah, he was Mega Man.
So
in
Mega Man
11.
doing a Dr. Claw voice. There you go.
Yeah. But it's interesting. Black Doom, I never really thought much of him when I was young. I was just like, he's evil, sure. And I think this also comes to the point because, Klaus, you brought up the discussion that, sometimes you just want a bad guy. But maybe back then, back then, I think the reason why people didn't really care about Black Doom was because he was a bad guy in the middle of a lot of bad guys. And then in 2010s, when villains started getting a little bit more, then people were like, and then by the end, people were tired. So now people just want villains that are simple bad guys. You know, Jack Horner
Yeah.
and Puss in Boots: Last Wish being a pretty good example of that. But as for me, yeah, Black Doom, I didn't really fall much of a. Then Shadow the Hedgehog just came and I'm like, okay, he's better. But I think to this day, I still don't think too much about Black Doom. He's Black Doom. But his voice is great. So like, yeah, even if it's just
Yeah.
a Dr. Claw impression. So Black Doom, you're okay. You're okay, villain.
Again, compared to the
You
lineup,
fulfill your
with the
purpose.
Deadly Six, with Lyric, with Infinite, with
Yeah.
Razor Jin, like, he definitely sticks out as one of the better ones, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, because Deadly Six just very one-note personalities.
Yeah, again, I will say the IDW and to throw you a bone, Rhino, Sonic Cross Worlds did brought the better aspects of Zaz and Zavok. I will say they got better, but they're still like
You gotta zazz it up.
You gotta zazz it up. But they're still a far cry from other villains. And I will say, I love Infinite ironically because he's such a waste of potential that's not even funny. At least Black Doom, even though I still think the potential of him being a manipulator is not really used well in Shadow the Hedgehog, the potential of him being like an address of abomination is used well in Shadow Generation. So I feel Black Doom at least fulfilled this potential. And like Infinite, which is... his biggest potential is being a meme where he gets fomped on. So, you know, that's his legacy now.
Yeah. Man, I miss like
Infinite-
the Four Forces came out and people were theorizing about Infinite. And we're thinking, oh, what if he's like somehow some remnant of like Mephiles or something? Because his eye was kind of similar,
Yeah.
right? That was the most that we got out of Infinite's character.
I will say Mephiles as a villain for Shadow does look a little bit better than Black Doom. Honestly, if Black Doom was like Mephiles in this game, I think he would be a lot stronger. So I will say maybe Mephiles is probably the better villain when it comes to, you know, villains are not connected to Eggman, you know what I mean? But maybe Mephiles is probably the best one in my opinion. But Black Doom's close to Mephiles, I want to say. He's close to Mephiles than he is to the other ones I mentioned, I want to say.
Mephiles is a villain that strikes me as he has really cool like manipulation tactics, and the way he does stuff is interesting. But the thing is that he's also kind of dumb because he could have made things so much easier on yourself instead of just like, no, I'm gonna pressure you to go back in time to make this girl cry, even though just so I could reignite with Iblis instead of just going back in time and reunite with Iblis.
Yeah, like it's kind
Yeah,
of weird.
but I
Like,
mean, he's a very
Go ahead, Klaus, sorry.
yeah. No, you can go first. You go first.
Again, it feels really like Mephiles' plan is convoluted for the sake of being convoluted.
Yeah, like that plot needed another draft. Oh, so yeah, this
Yeah, it
was
definitely
Shadow.
is convoluted. But like maybe he was just doing it because he wanted to, because he thought, oh, this is gonna be so cruel to make this girl get very attached to the hedgehog and then to make her cry. So he could have just been doing it for like the sick pleasure of it, you know, just like why do serial killers kill people just because they want to and they get off to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's convoluted, but he was like, "Oh, okay, but what if I did this? So that's gonna be so fun."
Guys, this is gonna be so much fun. Guys, this is gonna be so funny. Guys, trust me on this, guys. Okay, it's gonna be funny. Like the human girl's gonna have
It's like
feelings for the
Tilted
hedgehog, you know,
Towers.
and then I'm gonna kill the hedgehog. She's gonna cry, and I'll be the ultimate life form forever. Yeah, guys, it's gonna be fun. Trust me.
It's literally you're literally becoming like that guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, like the Pepe Sylvia. Like, oh, there's no Pepe Sylvia.
Let's play homage to Professor General, the guy who almost killed us two games ago.
This is like what?
Again, Shadow Generation shows the progression, you know.
What were you thinking?
Again, Shadow Generation shows the progression, shows that, you know, Gun also played a bigger role in his demise and his, like, descendants in the dark realm. But when you just have Sonic Adventure 2 and this game as a basis, it really feels like, wait, you pulled a 180 on that guy really fast.
Yeah. Yeah. That was Shadow the Hedgehog.
And Miss Yujinaka is alright.
Division. What did you? Final thoughts, since we're now at the ending and we're listening to this great song, "Never Turn Back."
Yeah, I like this song. This is one of the ones I enjoy singing to the most when I'm like driving around in my car listening to the Shadow the Hedgehog vocal tracks. But I mean, I don't really have anything more to say about the game because I mean, I already love this game. I think it's, I mean, it's just a 3D Sonic game, but it's just purely the speed levels, so I can't complain too much. I mean, obviously, yeah, are there things that could be better? Yeah, would a mini map have helped sometimes? Yeah, on missions where you gotta kill all the aliens, would it have helped if they included just a couple extra ones in case you missed one? Absolutely. And it's one of those things that if this game ever got some kind of a remaster, which it never will, I mean, those are things that'd be nice if they could address it or whatever, or in a remake. But yeah, no, I have a lot of really fond childhood memories of just playing this game over and over again. And yeah, it's always been my favorite one to go back to just because, I love my good adventure gameplay. And it kind of makes me sad that they're probably not going to do anything like this again. It's like very experimental. And this game is really a product of its time, the 2005's Edge. And I think it's a good little time capsule of that time. So, yeah, I like Shadow the Hedgehog. Fun game.
What about you, Spring?
For me, this is one of those games that I am very mixed on, like I said before. Like, there's things I like here, there's things I don't like, there's definitely things that made me scratch my head. And again, start with the plot. I do think, like I said, I'm more generous on this plot nowadays because Shadow Generations came in and tied everything very nicely, like I keep mentioning. But taking that out, I think this plot has good ideas, but the way it's structured, I think the ultimate thing that makes this game really not working in a lot of areas for me is just the structure of the multiple routes. You know what I mean? Because you can tell that they didn't really think it through when it comes to tie everything together, because every single plot point you see in the cutscenes are tied to specific levels. So you can do a mishmash of levels and then have a clusterfuck of a plot. Like I said, you can go to that ending where Eggman appears in the Black Comet with no build-up. There's no consensus when it comes to the story, but there's good plot points here. There's the thing with the Gun Commander being a rival, something about Shadow's past that we don't know. There's the thing with Black Doom, like I said, like a good villain, even though I don't think they show this manipulation act very well. The stuff with the Shadow Android, which, I mean, I love Sonic Heroes, so I do like that plot point, even though a lot of people don't, but again, that just feels thrown in at the last second. So a lot of the plot things feel like unbaked and not fully realized yet, so it's kind of hard to really care about doing the multiple endings. And again, and a lot of the endings are very samey, very samey. But then there's other things I like. For when I love the CGI cutscenes, like we said, I love the soundtrack, and when I'm on a good day, when I'm just doing the neutral route and just having fun with, shooting everything up and just speeding my way through the level, I do like some of these levels. Again, I like Sky Troops a lot. I like West Obelisk. It is a fun game. It is a fun level, even though you have to replay it like 10 times. Like, there's some levels I still enjoy on their principle. It's just really, I think the mission structure and the fact that the story is not fully realized or is an incomprehensible mess because, again, all the plot points are tied up to the levels and not to the main plot you're doing, leaves it a lot to be desired. And again, the last story just makes everything feel unnecessary because, oh yeah, why am I bothering doing a level where a route where Shadow is the villain when there's a true canonical route where he's a hero? There's other games, for example, Undertale, that have like the true pacifist route, and people say, oh, that's like the canon route, everything turns out well for the Undertale crowd. But there's people who still have found value in the genocide route, and I think this is what this game needed. Again, if they just tied up the last story, everything with the last story in the hero pathway, it would make perfect sense, and it wouldn't devaluate the other endings you get. So it's a game that I think, like Shadow Klaus also said, it's also a time capsule. I have a lot of nostalgia for this game too, guys. I have fun playing it the first time, and it's a product of its time that gives me nostalgia, but it leaves a lot to be desired. I'm glad Shadow Generations came in and fixed a lot of these mistakes, and there's a lot of stuff here that I appreciate from this game in a gameplay perspective as well. I think the guns, like I said, are fun. They fixed some of the things in Sonic Heroes, like the grinding mechanic, and the fact that you don't lose all the rings when you get a hit, And the soundtrack, like I said. So there's stuff I like in this game. This is really the ultimate middle game for me. It's like I both like it and I both don't like it. I have some sentimental attachment to it, but I can definitely see it has a lot of flaws and problems. So at the end of the day, it's a game that it's Shadow the Hedgehog. It's a game that exists. It's a game I'm glad it exists, but it's a game I wish was better than what it is. I think that's the ultimate point, the ultimate life form point.
And as for me, well, I already made a review on this on Backlog. I'll once again link in the description, just like I did in part one. But just to quickly go over, I do not like this game. I did try to give it the like a shot, a fair shot, just like other Sonic games like Sonic and Secret Rings, Sonic 06, and stuff like that to make my to form my own opinions. But I do not like the mission structure. I do not like many of the missions. I don't. The level design can get very samey and repetitious. Even within the own levels, but even within the same routes, the story is a clusterfuck of a mess that by the end shits on itself by just pissing on its premise. The soundtrack is decent. Like I do like many of the songs. Although some of the songs I'm not the biggest fan of. There's many to counteract that, and the presentation just kind of looks ugly in some ways, even if I do appreciate the aesthetic of like the menus and like the edgy stuff, because like Klaus said, it is basically a time capsule of the time, and I do appreciate that on that merit. But Shadow the Hedgehog, especially combined with slippery controls and mechanics that I'm either am, am like ambivalent or indifferent, and you've got yourself probably one of the worst games I've played. It's just I do not want to play it again, even if there are some aspects about it that I can appreciate. Just like Spring said, the grind rails are now better, and you don't lose all your rings after getting hits. Although part of my cynical side says that maybe they did that change just to uh, kind of nullify some of the frustrations that you could get with the slippery controls and knockback, as you guys saw plenty of times during the last part. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Shadow the Hedgehog, and that marks the end of another commentary. Hope you guys enjoys this one, and I don't know when the next commentary will be. I already have some ideas, but starting the year off is strong. And once again, I'll say to you all, Happy New Year! I hope the festivities were great, and I hope you all once again enjoyed this, and I hope your 2026 is a great one. So, with all that being said, see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Adios.